Oh, my window's still not working. Come on. What the fuck? Alright, I shall host. So what special role? We're going to use default cards. How do I invite you? Oh, there's a link to the rules. Okay, okay. This is what it links me to, by the way. I'll read it in a moment. The code is, I'll put it, there's a little crazy, there's a lobby code channel exactly for this. I put in the lobby code channel. Hopefully, I guess I can't invite you. Can I invite you via Steam? Apparently, I can join your game, but I can't invite you, or join CAD's game somehow.
I can hear you, Crop. Push to talk.
Oh shit! I need to change my settings. And I can't do it in here, can I? I can.
Microphone muted.
Can I not change my... Wait, can you hear me real quick? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, how the fuck do I change my my push to talk key?
It was in the options, but unfortunately, you can't access the options from this menu. It seems.
I can access it, but I just can't change my... I can't change the key. One second, I think I'll change it again, guys. Sorry, I'll be back.
Microphone activated.
Sorry. You can't... Apparently you can't change the key while you're in the game. Alright. That's kind of important for me. Sorry about that. I'll get the lobby code back up in a moment. There's an easy way to copy it.
Microphone muted.
Oh shit, we need a juror, don't we? I forgot about that.
I don't think. No, you don't need a juror. I don't
Okay.
think.
Do we want to randomize or just want to pick ourselves?
I want to randomize.
Alright, I'll wait for Thrash to join, then we'll randomize.
All right.
So I will say, we want, I think based on what Star said, I think I agree. We want journalist, bailiff, defense, judge, prosecutor. Alright, here we go. Alright, apparently I randomize. I press randomize, huh? I don't randomize anyone
Yeah,
else.
only one person randomizes. So.
Alright, just press random until you want the roles. Okay, Thrash your defense. Star your journalist. Thrash your defense. Go to defense.
I'm gonna hit random until I get a non-juror roll.
And bailiff.
Gosh, are you doing?
Wait, do any
So
witness?
prosecutor.
I'm defense.
I'm a juror.
No, you're the
Well,
judge,
we need a
Meg.
judge.
Go judge.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, become the judge, Meg.
Alright, we're ready. Let's do this.
You shall all die.
I think. Well, I guess we'll see how it does, but I think
Oh, wait,
witness instead of journalist might be fun as well.
Yeah, actually. Oh, it's just journal. Okay. One second. Let me read these rules real quick. I'm going to read them off.
Microphone
Okay.
activated.
Read it to everybody.
Yeah, I'm seeing what I can find here if there's anything. Push connection. Where's the rules? The judge is the arbiter of the trial. They control speaking turns between the defense and prosecution and can stun players who misbehave. The gavel has 3 positions. There's the chat icon, gives the floor to a lawyer, allows to present evidence. There's the balances that deliver the verdict of not guilty or guilty. And then there's also the eye icon, calls or dismisses a witness. Red equals prosecution, blue equals defense. The prosecutor must prove the accused is guilty. At the start of the trial, they write the charges as X is accused of Y. They can import a photo for the accused. Note that for now, importing doesn't work on macOS. Don't worry about that. Okay. They present 5 evidence cards out of 10 to construct a narrative of guilt. The prosecutor may, when it's their turn, present a witness randomly selected from a global roster. Clicking on the witness's photo when it's their turn sends a notification to the judge. The defense attorney must prove the accused is innocent. They also present 5 evidence cards to argue innocence. The defense attorney may, when it's their turn, present a witness randomly selected from a global roster. Clicking on the witness's photo when it's their turn sends a notification to the judge. Witness, we're not using it right now, but represents both prosecution and defense witnesses and provides supporting or opposing facts. So maybe we want a witness then. Bailiff. He maintains the order in the
that's what I'm
courtroom
saying.
and has a range of tools to knock out unruly players. Judge can override the bailiff's actions. I don't think we want a bailiff. For now, I'll play witness then. Fuck it. So the bailiff normally blocks a player's actions so they can still speak. They stun a player briefly or turns a player into a bird. They can't actually talk. The journalist can write 3 breaking news items per trial, usable as evidence. Click the typewriter to write. Juror. The juror gives their opinion on guilt or innocence of the accused by pressing one of the buzzers in front of them. Their verdict is displayed on a banner above their desk facing the judge. They can also draw on their slate by clicking on it and show it to everyone by holding down the shift key. Suggested roles are for 5. Okay, judge, prosecutor, defense attorney, journalist, bailiff. So bailiff is suggested for 5. So I'll stay bailiff.
Oh, all right.
Um,
That's what they say.
yeah, you don't. I guess you're not supposed to do witnesses once you get to 6. Apparently, that's what they recommend. There's customization, custom decks, cosmetics, and there's a small little graph at the bottom for what the roles do. All right, we'll see how it goes. Bailiff sounds like a boring role. We'll find out. Or I'll talk in game from now on.
Microphone muted.
All right, make sure you're ready up. All right, let's begin.
Oh, wow.
Hey, cut that out. Honorable Judge Meg, we're presiding.
I don't think you're.
Wait for the
I'm
prosecutor.
the bailiff, motherfucker. All right, you know what? You're getting locked
No,
up for that.
We were just waiting for me to. Anyways, the accused is Rousey Tilter, who is accused of vehicular manslaughter, being too cute, and MSRP $32. Wait, am I the person who has to say that, or is that the judge?
I think the judge should have read that off.
Oh, well.
Oh, we got a news story. Holy shit! Join the watch.
The watch to
Oh yeah, I forgot. Are you gonna link one star? I think we'll do watch together after the star just to make it work. Wait, can you hear me right now?
Wow.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So yeah, we'll wait until after
Yes,
this first
Judge Meg?
round.
I don't know. I allowed something.
Why is your gavel glowing?
I don't know which one is. Oh, okay,
Well,
this says.
uh.
Oh.
Who presented the stained apron?
It was. It could not have been my person. This just vehicular manslaughter. It was accused of them because there was a stained apron just happened to be at the crime scene. It was not them.
Oh, stained apron. It wasn't just that, but as well all of those red. Hold on, how do I? Oh wait, am I not presenting? Oh, fine.
There was all.
Get fucked.
obviously third party.
That's funny because you can't hear him when I stun him.
All right, prosecutor, you're out of line.
Oh shit! Did you just turn him into a duck?
They were speaking over the defense. Judge, you've made it the defense's turn. So I'm letting the defense speak.
What the fuck?
Objection.
Go ahead, prosecutor.
Yes, now it's my turn. Well, see, you say that it was simply just a stained apron was found at the site, but in fact, as well found within the apron that he was wearing at the time was the keys to his car, proving he used it. Aha.
I call the
Oh,
boss
shit.
to the stand.
Yeah, the witness has been called. Oh, wait, you've done it. Yes, thank you. They can testify, for they, in fact, were the one that got vehicular manslaughter. They have this letter that says that they were being stalked by Ralsei Deltarune, in fact. So, take that.
Objection, Your Honor. This is hearsay. This evidence should have been brought to the court earlier in the process. I should have been aware of this.
To be fair, I did let you speak first. So,
You're saying over.
Not only that, but we also have the pen the letter was written with, and whose fingerprints are upon it? None other than Ralsei Deltarune. I believe this is an open and shut case, Your Honor. We already have the motive and evidence that points that they were at the scene of the crime at the time.
I'm
And
not
the deceased.
sure. I'm not sure if this evidence shows that they caused vehicular manslaughter, though. Oh my fucking god.
Again?
Not again. Fuck.
Stop throwing stuff at each other. Stop that.
You can't stop my love.
Okay, I have the police officer at the stand.
Do I get to cross reference with the witness?
Don't talk over the judge.
Sure.
Well, he's not here. This is the policeman.
Hold on a second, I think I can.
Sure.
Let's
hold on,
call
let me-
the boss back. I requested the boss be called back to the stand.
Go ahead.
Boss, was this the person who you even requested to work that day on the day of the vehicular manslaughter? She was not even scheduled for that shift. They wouldn't have even been in your parking lot. He's speechless. Enough said.
Is the witness okay? A question: is the witness supposed to speak or something? How do you ask some questions?
No, unless there's somebody playing the witness, which is why I think there should be somebody who is the witness.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Though if I may have the floor to speak on the behalf of the witness here, as you see, there was perfectly the opportunity for Ralsei, even though they were not scheduled at the time, to be at there. For you see, their elevator had been stuck all day, and they were only elevator was only made free about 5 minutes before the murder occurred.
Hmm. Alright, policeman, what you gotta say?
I'll let you cross-examine first. 'Cause
And don't
apparently
talk.
we're doing-
Apparently, I can only send 3 in the headlines.
Yeah, I thought you knew about that. Go ahead, defense.
Why are you asleep? Excuse you, order in the court.
I can't submit into any evidence. I don't believe it's my turn currently. I think you have to do something, Judge.
You know, a man's life is on the line, and I'm just a bailiff.
There
Is
you
there
go.
no
You can present
prosecution?
some evidence.
Prosecution's a chicken or duck
Oh,
right now.
prosecution's a chicken. Got it.
Yeah, they let the
Yeah,
defense speak.
cat can't speak.
Make it equal. I'll make the defense the duck as well.
Well, now nobody can speak.
Well, now nobody can talk.
You're right.
I don't know, Attorney Squiggle. Cat's making some pretty good accusations. I'm gonna need you to give me some evidence. Not as a duck.
Frankly speaking, Judge, not only is the witness speechless,
It's not my turn again. I didn't get a chance to even do anything because I was a duck.
it's not my turn either. I don't got a button to push. Skip
Well,
that.
it's the red right there. See what my paper hits? That thing. Now it's your turn.
If you look at this contract here, my person was not even at that place of business anymore. The boss was obviously distraught from them being fired or them quitting on the spot, and they decided to drive and just happened to be in the way of my client who accidentally, murder or maybe another coworker, but it was not their fault. Vehicular manslaughter does not stick. The boss was just over here stalking their person.
I don't.
And I can prove that it was the boss because this single earbud linked only to their phone through Bluetooth. It had to be theirs. There's no other reason it would be at a crime scene.
What the hell is that?
The witness,
It's
the
him. He's
accused
Hitler.
loved this business.
It's
They
his-
have
it's
no
his
reason to
loyalty
be
card.
harmful in any way. This loyalty card is a business, and they have almost all their punches punched out. They were going to go back for another one. Just not that day.
And how can I believe this?
Believe it's up to the jury to decide that.
Alright,
I'll
give you one
it-
last
it
chance
is
for
up
some
to the
evidence.
Judge, unfortunately, as bailiff, I forgot to bring the jury in today, so you're
Oh
just gonna
my
decide
God.
yourself.
Oh my god. Well, give me one last piece of evidence, prosecutor.
Well, there was something else that was at the scene of the crime within the victim's car, or sorry, not the victim's car, the car in question that committed or that was used for the vehicular manslaughter. Now, as we all know, there's one thing that Ralsei Deltarune loves more than anything else, and that's smoking fat joints. Which is why I would like to posit this full ashtray as evidence that they were indeed present in the car at the time. Tested and it full of only the wackiest tobacco.
Alright, well, unfortunately, I think it's time to make my verdict. And Squiggle, your day's going to jail.
Guilty. Dang. Alright, how do I play again? What happens? Left the courthouse, arms raised, shouting justly certainly struck my fish.
I think that's you that's got to press that one.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. In the chaos, enough of a cop were properly arrested for premeditated assault. Alright, let's try this again. I think I'll be prosecutor now. Unless someone wants to take that role. Wait, why can't I move?
Microphone
Is the game stuck for
activated.
anyone else right now? Never mind, I messed up and pressed back. Fuck. Alright, start as a watch together now. I will join that. Start with that. You guys, wait, are you guys able to join via Steam or do you need lobby code?
I see.
You are able to join via Steam, you don't need lobby, okay. Alright, let me turn down my game's sound. I guess I gotta go grab Ace Attorney stuff real quick. Alright, now that
I
we've
mean,
seen.
it's in there. I'll let other people random first.
I didn't random. Do I just pick? Oh shit!
Microphone
I
muted.
should talking in here. I feel like Star probably doesn't want to be a journalist again, unless you want to. Star, just choose one, Star.
All right, guess I'm the journalist then.
All right. Meg,
Do you want to be the witness, Meg? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we can choose at this point. Just fuck around, pick different things.
Oh, it's a lot different.
The
Down
defense
here.
is ready, Your Honor. We don't even know what the charges are yet.
Yeah, we also don't know who's being prosecuted yet.
Innocent.
Well, prosecutor, let us know the charges.
What did
It
I
does
put
take
again?
a
Am I a
minute.
witness?
Today we will be going through the case of Birds for being an AI image made by a fool. I think it's a slam dunk case, and we're gonna see as we go through how realistic the image actually is, and we'll find out by the end of it that they should be killed for all charges. So that's where we'll start today.
Oh. Oh my god.
Your
Do you
Honor,
want me up at the stand or not?
I'm sorry. No. No, you're okay.
motion to drop the charges as they are spurious.
Motion to 9.
Damn it.
Well, I can't start yet. It's not my turn to give evidence. Looks like.
It's the defense's turn.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Throwing shit at me, witness.
Yeah, I can't do anything, by the way, just to be clear.
Yeah. We got breaking news already. Uh-oh. I knew it. This is why.
It's a sad day for AI.
Carl, do you have to pass your turn? Is there like a bell on your desk?
No, you can see.
I think you have to decide who goes first by hitting one of the two sides.
You have to decide because both of our lights are red.
This keeps putting Meg on the stand.
Yes, there is one more scroll wheel that you can do, and then you can click the blue or the red. There you go. Okay, well now he doesn't have a turn anymore.
Is it my turn to go first, then, Judge, or the defense?
Go ahead, defense.
Now it is me. Objection.
Objection? You can't have a real
As you can
objection.
see, there is this. Like I said, this is totally spurious. Why are we even here? I don't have an answer for that.
Judge, this is an objection. What he just brought to the table is irrelevant because we just saw breaking
Yeah,
news. The
It's
fact.
corpus. Overruled. I need an actual argument.
Overruled. Okay.
Are these AI chips or are they not?
I would like to. Hold it. I would like to present this love letter written by my client to his very real human girlfriend as evidence that he cannot be an AI construct. What do you have to say to that?
Judge, I have evidence to contradict what the defense has put into evidence. Please, as we all know, the
Go ahead,
defense
prosecutor.
is stupid and foolish, and they didn't realize that I have an encrypted USB key that has the love letter on it, and this encrypted USB key also has metadata showing that in fact, the witness here actually did it. In fact, I'd like to call the witness to the stand right now to describe what's on the contents of the USB key, if you don't mind.
We're not to that point yet.
Well, I will be able to show that. I will be able to show that later when we talk to the witness.
Defense, is your very real human girlfriend here today in the audience?
Yes, I would like to call them to the stand. It seems they're already
okay.
on the stand.
They're already on the stand. Okay, well, it seems like we have a good cross-reference here. If you're okay with that, I'm going to start with the prosecutor and their very real encrypted USB key.
Sure. Defense, is it true that you are a real-life human?
Yes.
Maybe.
Speak your name for the court, please.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry. You said defense.
Excuse me, defense. It's my turn.
Ow!
Witness, can you please state your name for the court?
I'm a very stressed intern.
Can you please state your name for the court, Mr. Stress Intern?
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach. Now, so as you stated to the court, you're a very real life person. Is it true, however, that the person that you're claiming to be actually is waiting at the doctor? In fact, I have evidence to point out that Princess Peach is currently waiting at the doctor and not in court as they're claiming right now.
No, I'm really here in court, not at the doctor.
Right. You're correct. Princess Peach currently is in court as they claim. However, you're wrong. You're faking your identity to the court right now as we speak. Isn't that true?
Prosecutor, stop leading the witness.
No.
Objection, Your Honor. That's my job.
Overruled.
Okay.
Witness, Mr. Stressed Intern, Princess Peach. Is that your real name?
Yes.
Do you have any evidence proof to the court that that's your real name?
I unfortunately cannot provide any evidence.
I'd like to strike this witness from the record. They can't prove who they are.
All right.
Objection.
Defense. Yeah, I'll sustained. Go ahead, defense. About this love letter.
I have evidence here that proves the witness's identity. It's this plane ticket. It has their name on it. What do you have to say to that?
I have evidence still to prove to the court.
Defense, you're supposed to be cross-referencing the witness. There's no new evidence needed to be presented.
Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't give any testimony, Your Honor. They were just not saying their name.
You have to question your witness.
What?
Plead your case with the
Did
witness.
I escape South Korea, North Korea?
Sorry, you put me on the spot. I thought they were supposed to give testimony, and then I cross-examined them. Witness.
They did their testimony.
Witness. As you are unnamed, I don't know what to call you, but do you recognize my client?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Sometimes things happen. I might have short-term memory loss. Maybe I saw him.
Objection. This size 47 sock says otherwise.
Did they just object their own witness?
I don't wear a size 47. I'm a lady. You think
Exactly.
my
So what
sock's
is it
that big?
Why is it in your possession then? It must be from my client to you.
No, that's my other boyfriend.
What? But you're the one that's not real. I don't understand.
You think I'm not real?
Wait,
Your Honor,
other
I'd like to strike this
boyfriend?
witness from
Does-
from existence.
Craw. That means that they admitted that. Wait, no. Defense. That means they admitted that this was also
Ow.
their boyfriend. Press the statement.
What do you mean by that, witness?
I have another tall, handsome, 47-inch stock boyfriend.
Would you like to point this person out to the court, please? If they actually even exist?
Well, considering I can't look behind me, no. Stop hitting me with the.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm jamming out the music now. It's a little too hard to do my job.
All right. We'll turn it back over to the prosecutor to keep this court.
That's a good idea.
moving.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Do we have any more evidence to present?
I do have more evidence, but for some reason, I'll only present it. Oh, there we go. See, as you can see, Princess Peach is currently waiting at the doctor's. They aren't actually here. The witness is lying on the stand and has committed perjury. In fact, our next case should be for them. I think we should dismiss this witness and strike all our
suggesting
testimony.
that this witness is not even here right now. They are an AI fabrication.
That's correct.
Defense, what would you have to say?
I agree with the prosecution. In fact, I think you should declare my client not guilty, so we can move on to the trial of this person,
All right.
who is clearly a
Unless
spurious
somebody
individual.
can prove evidence that this accused is in fact an AI or not, we are going to call this trial a wash.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I have more
We are
evidence to
not
present.
We are not accusing the princess here today, or accused princess here today. Go ahead, prosecutor.
Yes, as you can see, I actually have some evidence, some solid evidence that a fool has created this AI image. In fact, I have camera footage of it. Check out the security camera footage. It shows the random person making this exact AI image on their computer 2 days ago.
Sir, this is a picture of someone copying and pasting an image.
Right. It's an AI generated image. They're not a real person. You've agreed with me, Judge. That means they must be guilty.
Defense, do you have any evidence?
Yes. As you can see, the defense presents this universal remote that I found in the prosecutor's office while he was out. And that's how he is fabricating evidence against my client. I moved to have the prosecution disbarred.
He's not up for trial today. We'll have to handle that a different day.
Okay. I motion for a mistrial.
Your only mishandling of this trial is the fact that you haven't presented any evidence against your current client.
Wait, I presented all 5 pieces of evidence that I can present.
And you've proven that this man is apparently not a prosecutor, and that lady is apparently not a princess. She's in fact at a doctor's office. You've done nothing to help your client today stay out of behind bars. I feel like you are the worst defense attorney I've ever seen in my entire life, and your client here should have fired you weeks ago. I almost feel bad for them.
Judge, I object to your statements. Can I please present more evidence right now, real quick? In fact, I think you're getting mad at the defense because you had a restaurant dispute with them. Isn't that right, Judge?
Who's fucking on trial at this point?
Judge, would you like?
You see all the stuff going on here against me. You need to tell the people about it.
I already wrote all my headlines.
Judge, you're just not gonna answer that question, huh?
Just because I frequent Beef O'Brady's on Fridays does not mean that I've ever met this man before.
You punched the defense attorney. We have evidence of it.
No, that's not true.
That's not true, huh? There was his hotel key card that goes to his room. Judge,
that was for the mistress. That was for the princess here.
Judge, you must declare this defendant guilty. Otherwise, I'm going to tell the DA about this, and you're going to lose everything.
You could bring it up in the.
Your Honor, the press is
higher
sleeping in the court.
I just go to sleep. I could take a nap.
I have enough evidence to rule on this case. Those birds flavored potato chips are in fact not AI.
What? This is Judge.
Oh. Your Honor, as the defense attorney, I will be appealing this decision.
Why would you appeal it? You won.
What?
That's the point.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Moving up in the world.
I'll be witness this time.
All right. You want to be prosecutor, Meg? Then.
Sure.
All right.
There were a lot of trials in that trial.
Yeah, there was a real ace attorney, huh?
Okay, we really gotta call witnesses. I don't know how you're supposed to call witnesses, so we gotta make sure we do that. I tried to call them, but
you can request witnesses be brought up as a prosecutor or defense.
Okay.
Hey,
But
Judge,
the judge
you have
I think I was able to.
the judge has the scroll wheel. When you look at it, you can either put a defense or prosecutor up, or you can put a witness up, but they look the same. So just read the sidebar on the left, bottom left.
I'll hopefully figure that out.
It looks the same. It's weird.
yeah, there's 3 of them.
Okay. This one doesn't.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today for some reason that the prosecution will let us know about. Apparently, that's the prosecution has a higher order job than I do as the judge in this court.
Well, prosecutor's got to be the one who decides what we're here for, anyway.
Yeah, the prosecution always decides the charges, not the judge. The judge is here to rule on.
Well, no, the prosecutor's has to go out in the world and find the people who are currently,
Literally, yes.
Yeah. Everybody knows that's the prosecutor who's found the criminal. Oh, these emotes are fucking great. We gotta use
How
them.
do you emote them?
Hold down E and you can select from a wheel or just +1 to 9.
Order. Whoops.
Hello. Yes, I will present my case of the doctor today.
Get back on
Never mind.
out of there. Prosecutor, would you like to present charges?
Oh, what the
Hi.
fuck?
This is Dr. Hyde. He skinned himself and stitched his face back on. Because he's so ugly. He thought he'd try a new look.
All right, we will now move on to opening statements by both the prosecution and the defense. Beginning with the prosecution. Prosecution, you may begin.
That's me. You see, there was a power outage, so he wasn't really too sure what he was doing, but he knew he was trying, and his face just kind of got all fucked. That is
Interesting.
why he is ugly, because he tried to have a new face. He said, I'm very ugly. I'm very, very ugly. Let me rip off my face and try again. I am not God's creation. I am my own. That is all.
Circumstantial evidence at best. Defense attorney, would you like to give your opening statement? They won't let me do it.
I think you gotta scroll, maybe?
I am pressing the thing.
Bottom left. Read the bottom left description.
Yes, it says, allow a lawyer to present evidence.
Maybe
I can
whack
do
the
it for
leaky
Meg,
harder.
but I can't do it for Thresh.
I'm a journalist.
It's CAD.
I mean,
Yes.
CAD.
It's the same thing that made Meg's light turn green. It's the blue one. No, this is the
Ah!
Yep, but they keep flipping
Hit the
back
blue
over
one.
as soon as I like move my mouse.
Hit the blue one.
Hit the blue one.
There isn't a blue one. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Scroll wheel. Hit the blue
I'm
one.
using it, and it flips them over and then flips them back over immediately. Who the fuck designed this court? Why? Why is there so much paper? Enough.
If I
I'm
may
making notes about
file
this.
for,
Fix.
so far, if I may at least speak without presenting any evidence yet, frankly speaking, Judge, so far, all of the charges put forth by the prosecutor, why, they're all, simply put, hearsay. So far, there's been nothing presented by the prosecutor to provide any possible witnesses to this event, nor so any evidence that their face ever was removed in the first place, let alone stitched back on afterwards.
Oh, there you go. Now you can present evidence.
I was able to press it in between the animation for it. It's really janky. Thresh, I need you to be in the watch together to control the music, please.
And while we may be able to, I will admit that my client had spent an eternity in the loo, but you see that this is due to a chronic constipation issue my client has, not any sort of self-inflicted face removal.
Compelling argument. Prosecution, would you like to call a witness?
Yes, I'd like to present more evidence too, please.
Okay, I'll attempt to get that.
But you had my guy up there.
It's really finicky.
I feel lost.
There we go.
Holy
Now
shit!
you can
Breaking
present evidence.
news. Man accused of pulling face off and putting it back. I think.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
supposed to make new evidence? Whatever.
Now
They
the
can do it.
person's there
Okay.
to be
I'm
used
just
as
drawing what I see.
well.
So you see, my witness here.
Whoa.
Well,
also
witness, I'm not
is-
called.
I know, but well, god damn it! I still need to present my evidence. My evidence.
Judge, I don't know how you're struggling with this. It's really easy. Just scroll wheel.
Maybe I should stream for you guys so you see what I'm seeing.
There we go. Okay. So you see, my witness here lives right next door to this man, and there was a midnight shriek that could be heard. Now it says it might be a ghost or an overenthusiastic rat, but let me just tell you, it was my client ripping his face off. Or not my client. Fuck you.
Wow. Damn it.
All right.
Witness, would you like to state your name and occupation for the court's records?
Yes, my name is Doc Tori, and I am a doctor.
Yes, okay. Very apt name that you have there.
Thank you, Judge.
Prosecution, you may begin asking him questions.
So, was it true on the night of Tuesday, the 15th, you heard a shriek throughout the vicinity?
I would call a shriek more like a yelp. It was about 5 seconds in length, and it was one that I've heard many times before.
Interesting. You say you've heard this shriek before, this yelp, I guess, as you put it before. What, is it always around the same time, coming from the same area?
Well, sometimes it comes from my neighbor, sometimes it comes from me. It really depends on the day. It's a different kind of yelp. The day specifically was more like a...
Interesting. So would you say that would be the scream or the yelp of somebody who is potentially harming themselves?
In my expert opinion as a doctor, I would say yes.
Interesting. No further questions, Judge.
Excellent, excellent. Defense, would you like to cross?
I would, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
Wait, hold on, I
After
gotta
the
read
breaking
the
news.
newspaper real quick.
What is this?
A wizard, huh? Well, we'll have to get to the bottom of that. Doctor, if I might ask...
Doc
what
Tori.
your- Doctori. Dr. Doctori.
Yes.
If I might ask, what is your specialty as a doctor?
It's more herbalism in a sense.
Herbalism. All right, then it seems then that you're not particularly familiar with when. Would you say that you're familiar or unfamiliar when people are experiencing intestinal issues?
Extremely familiar.
Extremely familiar. All right. Because we do have a bit of further evidence. Now, I'm not saying, of course, that I perfectly agree with what you're saying, that the defendant here was in fact yelping, and in fact had yelped on many nights previous, exactly as you say. However, to make the claim that on this night in particular they are ripping off their own face and sewing it back on is spurious. You see, as I said before, my defendant here has some reoccurring intestinal issues. And the yelp in question was not the yelp of them ripping off their own face, but you see, due to this very intense constipation they have, that yelp was the yelp of them attempting to remove the bucket, this here broken umbrella. The type of thing that would incite a yelp from anyone, should it be necessary.
Interesting evidence. Interesting. I'll allow this. The court accepts this evidence into the file.
Is there a question?
Shit stains on the umbrella should prove what it has been used for. Your Honor.
Excellent. Excellent.
Is there a question?
Well,
Are
I
there
already
any
asked
further
you a
questions
couple
for the
of
witness?
questions. No further questions, Your Honor.
From the prosecution as well.
Just, well, not a question, more of a statement. I would just like to say, well, I guess kind of a question. Doctor, have you ever had any intestinal issues that have made you yelp out like that one that you heard?
Me personally, yes.
Interesting. Okay, no further questions. Judge, can you stop throwing shit?
No further statements, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. This trial is very boring. Okay. I see the defense has a question.
No further statements,
Defense,
Your
you
Honor.
may present. No further statements. That was your it.
I hit the wrong
Oh, I
emote.
see the emotes. I see. Wait, the emote just keeps looping. Oh, that's how you sleep. I see. All right, witness. Witness, you are dismissed. Do the prosecution or the defense have any further evidence to present? Or would
I
you like
believe
to
so
call another
far.
witness?
I believe so far that with everything I presented, it's clear what happened in reality on that night.
Prosecution, are you going to let that stand?
Hold on.
It's my understanding that we have a second witness that we can call.
Should it be necessary?
Yeah, well, this is a hole in the garden where he put all the rest of his pieces of his face to hide the evidence. And make sure that nobody knew what he was doing, even though it's clear from the markings on his face. Something's very messed up from the last time that he looked.
Excellent. Will anybody be calling the second witness to the stand? Or is he unnecessary to the case?
So far, unnecessary.
Okay.
Is that all you have to say for yourself then, Prosecutor May? That pieces of body were found, or pieces of face were found within a hole in the backyard?
That's correct.
Well, that's not quite correct that they belong to the defendant. Judge, if I may be allowed to present some evidence?
Oh, what? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Did anything happen?
No.
Yes, I'm awake. You can stop throwing paper at me. I will hammer anyone who
Yeah,
continues to
the
throw paper at
accused
me.
peeled off his face while you were sleeping and said, "This is
Oh,
what
okay,
happened."
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that evidence is inadmissible, so I'm going to have to reject it.
Yes.
Rude.
I heard the defense had something to present.
Yes, as the prosecutor brought up, there were indeed pieces of face within the backyard. However, these weren't the pieces of face from the back or from my defendant here, but in fact were the results of a man's face being ripped off by some canines chasing off an unrelated case.
Your Honor,
I
I've
believe I
never
have
heard
the
of
police
canines.
reports to show that the defendant
Canines.
it simply
Oh, that's
happened in
true.
his garden and did not involve him directly.
It's my understanding that we have a witness that can establish the existence of the canines. Would someone like to call this witness?
Oh, fuck. Well, I could if you. I think I can call the witness if you let me present evidence again.
All right, I'm bringing him to the stand.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Defense, this is your witness. You may be open the proceedings.
and sir, could I please hear your name and occupation for the record?
Yeah,
please?
my name is Jarl Clevis. Jarl
And
Clevis.
occupation?
Oh, yeah. I do driving. I truck drive.
Thank you, sir. Now,
Ah!
from what
That
I
fucking
understand
hurt!
is that,
What the fuck?
can you tell me what it is that you saw? Oh, I guess you can't, given.
Ah! My head!
Now then, can you tell me what it is that you saw on the night in question?
Which not? Can you remind me? I have had trauma.
17th of August, 2020.
Well, I was going down the road driving my truck as I always do. You know, I drive my truck through grassy fields and whatnot, and then I go through and I see a whole bunch of police outside a big haunted mansion. I was like, what the fuck? I saw red lights and blue lights splashing against the mansion. It was just covering the entire damn thing in red and blue. I was like, hallelujah, I love America. But now I realized I get closer, I saw someone's face in the ground on top of one of those police cars, and I decided that maybe I'll get a little closer. So I drove a little closer, and I saw more police cars that got even closer. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what was going on, but you know, I'm just a truck driver, so I didn't really do too much else.
Of course. And if I could ask further, was there anything else that you saw amongst the police, or was it simply police officers?
Well, I don't remember exactly. I think it was along the lines of it was really dark at night, and those red and blue lights were really distracting me. But I think I did see a man, an old man with a big red face. I'm not sure if that was his face in the ground or if it was someone else's, but I mean, it looked like he lost it. He never knows and shit.
Witness, I'm going to have to ask you to shorten your testimony, please. You're taking too much of the court's time.
Wow.
Sorry, Judge, I have head trauma.
Understandable, understandable. Prosecution, would you like to cross?
No, I think I'm alright.
All right, if there are no further questions, I will dismiss the witness.
Oh, wait, before you just do this, Mr. Judge, I just want to say that my friend here, the prosecutor...
You're dismissed. Is there defense and prosecution? Is there any further
Breaking
evidence?
news! Breaking news! Judge Dredd hulks out.
Any further evidence, please?
Freedom of the press. You know what? No.
I will have order in this court. Freedom of the press.
I have evidence.
No, I think I'm alright.
You know what?
I
I've
have
heard
evidence.
enough. I'm delivering my verdict now. He's guilty.
Guilty!
Hey.
Dang.
Damn it. I thought that was an open and closed case.
What a kangaroo court.
Yeah.
My name's Gerald Clevis.
I was never even able to. Come on, they didn't even. Meg wasn't even able to prove that. Prove definitive, get any solid evidence that it happened. It's all hearsay. Hearsay.
Wait, Cad, have you played Judge yet, Cad?
No.
Go ahead and play Judge. I'll wait for journalist.
Oh, all right.
My name's Gerald Clevis, and I'll be writing on your court case today.
Charles Clevis.
Gerald Clevis, that's my name.
Waiting on you, Thresh. Ooh, I get to start as the judge. Ooh.
Wait, was I even pressing the right button? Nobody even heard me. No.
Oh shit, we got the president in attendance today.
Oh shit, the president's in attendance?
Yes, it is me.
Detective.
Yes, it is me, the president. Did you just whack the president?
You're not the president anymore, so.
Go me.
What's that Illuminati symbol behind you, Judge?
Nothing to worry about.
Are we gonna have to loop the music? Get the fucking charge.
One second, give us a second. That's the most important part of the case.
Yeah.
That's okay. Phoenix Wright music is pretty goated.
Yeah. All right then. So today we are coming here to determine whether or not Ori is or is not guilty of stealing all the power in the forest and also a Nintendo Switch. I think that we'll start hearing a statement from the prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor. As you can see, the accused is glowing, absolutely glowing with mystical power. And where do you think they got that from? Except for the trees in the forest. The forest trees have been fucking distraught. There's been fucking sewage in the rivers. Everyone around the forest is poisoned and dying. And it's all because this creature decided to take all of the power for themselves. And somebody's Nintendo Switch.
All right, then. Then let's hear an opening statement from our defendant.
You see, that's not the case at all. My client over here
I see.
simply just glows, not from the Nintendo Switch, but from the inner workings of how much love they have to give to everybody. The end.
The glow of truth.
Objection. Love does not glow.
Glove? I said love.
Love does not glow.
It can.
Mhm. Well. Oh, breaking news. This just in.
Breaking news.
It's another tree.
Ori hit another tree just this second.
I hardly see how that's relevant to our case. Also, again?
It's proven, your judge, it's proven right now that there's been another tree attack, and yet you're still letting this murderer of tree essence sit here in our courtroom unaccused.
Very well, then, let's hear what you have to say.
If you look here at this blurry photo, you can see that he himself have sucked up the tree essence.
I see.
You can tell how much energy was spent because there was also empty pizza boxes found at the scene of the crime.
Well, I'm sure that maybe makes sense.
I'd like to call upon the president of trees to the
If you
stand.
could hit that button there, please.
I don't know.
The one with the bell button thing.
I think you have to do it,
Yes,
Ken.
that
Sorry.
Oh,
User
that skips your
joined
turn.
channel.
Never mind. So, present evidence and
Microphone
Very
We're
well,
playing Guilty as Fuck
President
Baller.
on the stand.
Microphone muted.
If you could start with your
Hell yeah, brother.
questioning there, prosecutor.
It's me, the president of the forest.
President, has there been an increase in crime and sewage and poisonings in the forest?
Point of order, leading question. Ask a different one.
President, has there been an upturn in trees that have been having lack of essence in the forest?
Once again, leading question, prosecutor.
President,
Let's
are there
do
trees
this
in your
check.
forest?
This question?
What is trees in forest?
I don't know. I was just I mean I just won the election. I don't know anything about that. So they might find out that I'm not actually the president. I mean, what?
Mr. President, on your way here to the courthouse today, did you see any trees that looked especially sour and needing of spirit?
I don't, Your Honor. I have no idea that trees have emotions. I mean, that seems kind of like weird of a thing.
They lost their
be?
luster. Their leaves were falling maybe to the ground.
I mean, it's just
barren
fall,
and
right? Like,
abandoned.
isn't it just fall, or is it
That-
like winter or whatever?
Objection. Seasons aren't real.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me? You made the statement. Is
Are
it
they
true or
not? That's crazy.
The witness has just been looking at immense amounts of internet comments, and they
Yeah, you gotta
are
buy the Game Baller and you'll join us. Check my
they
stream for a
are-
little bit.
convinced that the
Microphone muted.
seasons are real, but in fact they are not. We all know this is fact.
You'll have to buy the game.
blatant speculations have been out there for
That was
seasons
good.
being real, but that's
If
Oh,
I'm
oh, you
looking
have it? Download it
outside,
and
we
then
are
join
in
us when we're done.
space, and as we all know, there are no seasons in space.
thank you,
Your Honor, I would like to point out there are no trees in space.
And I would directly say that was because of our accused today that there's no trees in space because they stole all of them.
Any further statements, prosecution?
This is freaking wild.
I'd rest for the witness.
All right, I'll turn over to the defense then to cross-examine.
All right, buddy, listen here. So I have some things to say. Oh, breaking
I
news.
guess you don't.
All right. See, a couple days ago, as I'm sure you did, maybe president of the trees in the forest, that there was a power outage in the area. Now I know what you must be thinking. Oh my gosh, it's Ori.
Darn it!
But it's not. He's not the one that sucked up all the energy, as one says it comes from the trees. And as you would know, the electric comes from the wiring around the city. Therefore, my boy.
Is there a question to be? I'm gonna be asked soon, or can I leave now?
I didn't ask you to talk. Anyway,
God
did
damn
you
it.
experience this power outage a couple of days ago? When you can speak. I asked you a question.
Oh, now I can talk. I see how it is. You say the power comes from the wires?
Yes,
Is
that's
that like
correct.
scientific? Like, is that like?
Your Honor, I don't think that this guy knows
don't
what
know.
he's
I
talking
don't
about.
really-
If the
know
defendant
the
has any
question.
evidence to match their claims that electricity comes from wires, that would be appreciated.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just very confused.
I can tell. You don't even know what
Um,
trees are.
No, but there are no trees in space.
See, this
We've
disturbing
established this.
this disturbing email that I got proves that the electric comes from the wires because it has to surf through the internet through the wires to get to somebody else. And
Listen, I won the election fair and square.
yeah, well, you're a pretty big idiot.
I definitely did not have any election meddling at all. You don't have to worry about that. I am indeed the actual president, and this is what you get.
I think he needs to be taken off the stand. He's not doing jack.
Well, fuck you. This. I got 2 reasons.
Guys, if you're talking, nothing's coming through.
I'm not. All right then. All right.
I hope I did okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to pose another piece of evidence. But I'd like to call the junior detective to the stand, please.
My, calling the defense's witness to the stand. A bold strategy. I'll allow it.
Hell yeah, baby, it's me, the junior detective.
All right. On your recent tour out to the forest to investigate this issue, what were your findings out there? State your case.
I found that because this is space and that there's a vacuum and there's no oxygen or water, that there are in fact 0 trees.
Objection.
This is what I found.
Objection. This sleeping bag I have shows that this smells exactly like forest and trees and ground and dirt. All things found in a forest that we have plenty of, that we used to have plenty of before the accused took all of them.
Objection, Your Honor. Quite frankly,
Mhm.
those things can be found in a store, not laying out in the middle of the forest.
This one was found in the forest. Well, it was until he had to take it as evidence before the trees were gone.
If I may ask, did you just say that the evidence was taken before the trees are gone?
No, those were taken during the tree removal. We found this man while they were taking all the trees. There's probably a tree or two floating out there in space somewhere. The only ones left in existence.
Do you have
Your
any
Honor,
other
I can
questions
corroborate
for
this
the?
evidence.
you have any other questions for the witness, prosecutor?
Somebody might want to tell Dracon we're playing this game. By the way.
You know, I'm.
Hey, Dracon, we're
I
playing-
rest my case
game.
currently.
It's called
Defense
Guilty as
would.
Fuck.
This is your witness.
I think cross streaming it.
Very well then, defendant.
Let's see.
Yeah, cross.
Is it rolling? All right.
Yeah, well, what do you call this subway ticket? My client over here has felt so scared that he decided to buy a ticket one way out because, you know, sure, it might look like it was him that did all these things, but it's not his fault that he's just very glowy and electric. You know, it's the fault of the modernized world around us. Also, I feel like we're in a cult in this room. I just realized it was green.
We are in space. If you look behind you or to the side,
Yeah, see,
we are
okay.
in space.
Listen, this is all the way out in space. This whole case is irrelevant. There's no trees around us. This is not my client.
Objection,
This is
Your
not
Honor.
your
The subway ticket is
client.
clearly a way out.
No, this is my client, but the work that the prosecutor has been saying is wrong because my client
Clearly,
cannot
the
do any
subway
of
ticket was
this.
a way out for the client, as the accused was there running away. This is an escape attempt on their
No,
part.
they were scared.
Not your turn to speak. Defendant, do you have any comments or questions for the witness, or should I send them back?
Yeah. what do I do it here?
Can you attest that we are out in space and that there are absolutely no trees here?
Yes, that is exactly what I already said to the prosecution.
I rest my case. Goodbye.
The sleeping bag is enough evidence to show that we were on a planet before the accused took it all.
Any other comments, defendant?
Any other
No, I
evidence,
rest my
defendant?
case.
Why do you guys keep saying defendant? That's the defense attorney.
Well, they are the defense attorney. They have evidence.
The defendant is the person that.
Judge, I have no more evidence to. I believe I've won this case.
You have no more evidence to give? Likewise,
No more evidence.
defense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this just in. I did already get this switch. Investigation shows no job. Actually, that is a true thing. Is that we have already discussed for a while about taking the trees. However, neither side has brought up the additional charge present of how of the
Prosecution is
stolen
willing to
switch.
drop the charges on the switch.
You willing to drop the charges on the switch?
Yeah, we're okay to drop the charges on the switch.
You know what? Yeah, sure, whatever. That's good with me. I mean, hold it. I demand that you present evidence on the switch.
Okay.
Well, here's my evidence really quickly because that was stalling me. You see,
Oh yeah, sure.
there was a universal remote that came through and it got sucked up through space and time and it stole the switch. That is all.
All right.
All right,
Well, let's
Your
see
Honor,
what prosecution
The
has to
evidence
say.
we have is that there was a unknown SIM card on the accused at the time. The SIM card probably went to a Nintendo Switch, so we believe there's a possibility of a Nintendo Switch.
Have the prosecution looked into the contents of this SIM card?
We don't have the technology. It was sucked up into space.
Mm-hmm. Well, defense.
My client didn't do it.
Prosecutor, you got anything else to say about that?
Again, the charges for the tree and the entire destruction of humanity should be enough to prove prove the accused to be guilty. I will rest on the Nintendo Switch because I don't think we have substantial evidence.
Objection! As the journalist. As the
Got that one
journalist.
right, Judge.
Sorry, are you allowed to speak?
Yes, I am.
So what were you saying?
This place is a fucking cult, Judge. We're gonna all die if you get this man guilty.
Okay, well, I think prosecution has rested everything. Defense, do you have anything else to say before I make my verdict?
Nope, I rest my case.
Alright then, the judge has found that the prosecution has not been sufficiently able to, prove the existence of trees in the first place. Not guilty.
We were wrong! Not guilty is where we all die! Ah! We gotta get the other
If we
guys.
if we want to let other people join now.
All right, how do I join?
I want to draw.
You can
Microphone
join
muted.
via...
Microphone muted.
Yeah.
Make sure you customize your sock, by the way. In the
I did,
menu.
Yeah. Ah, wonderful.
Butler, you too.
Well, are you joining?
Yeah, Butler's muted as well, but oh yeah, push to talk. Make sure you probably want to set the push to talk as well in the game.
Yeah, it's on. Oh, can you not
Oh,
set it
geez,
after in a game?
none of you heard any... Oh, wait, no, I guess you might have...
No, I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm streaming.
Alright.
Yeah, you gotta. You can change it. You can't change the key, but you can change the push talk in game, just not the key. For some reason. Butler and Thea, let me know how
I
you.
didn't know I did customize socks.
Where'd you go, Star?
It is not giving me the option to join, Craw.
I'm just changing some settings.
Can you invite me?
I'll put the lobby code in the lobby code channel.
All right.
Objection! Stop eating fucking food in my court.
Wow. Oh yeah,
Cool.
I guess with this we'll have enough people to have a member of the jury.
Yeah, we have a juror now. Oh god. Good luck. So we'll have all roles and a single juror. Butler or ZHP prosecutor, and then the rest can fill up.
Oh, I just hit random and
That's
then I
fine.
got defense.
So I'll take prosecutor then.
I'll take witness then, I suppose.
Alright, here we
Before
go.
we start, Butler, you should have a picture
Microphone
prepared
muted.
for what the witness is, or sorry,
Yeah.
what the accused is going to look like, and you need to think of a crime.
Also, can
Okay.
can you check if your push talk key works in game?
Test, can you hear me?
Yep, it's a different mic, just so you know.
Alright, cool.
I think it is.
Am I defending?
Oh no, it's not a different mic. It just doesn't have the Discord stuff blocking out.
The prosecutor will be determining.
Okay.
The prosecutor
How do I-
gets a picture, and then they'll also pick an accused. They'll tell them what they're accused of. Just in,
Do I
Push
just
talk a
Google
toggle?
picture, or do I?
you can either Google a picture, but it has to be on your computer, and you upload it to the game.
Okay, cool.
It'll automatically let you do it.
We should start.
Thank God, dude. We found the guy guilty. I think we all would have died on that map.
Am I hot micing?
No.
Okay.
For whatever annoying reason, black is actually your mic's not on. It seems kind of the opposite of what it should be here, though, in my opinion, based on the colors.
Well, I set a push talk button, but I'm not pushing to talk.
Oh, we hear you right now. You
Yeah,
said
that's the weird thing.
I don't know. Well, you
I
can
know.
ready up here, by the way. It doesn't really matter. The game will give you all the time in the world as well. So
Like, I
Right.
feel like I'm hot micing.
I mean, I'm not hearing anything.
Yourself
So.
go through. Okay.
Wow.
How is this hard? What? There's something I'm missing here. It seems really easy.
Oh shit!
No,
They made this game too. Oh, that's cute.
Who the hell's these guys?
The people who made oh god, it's one of those Lethal Company type games.
Sorry, I made you. It made your mic not go through.
Owie.
Also, you can change the paper to a paper airplane by using scroll wheel. Scroll wheel changed it to...
Thrasher's writing us some messages, it looks like.
Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, God! I forgot you can do that during the...
Oh my god, that's great.
We could have 3 jurors. It'd be kind of awesome. But I'll...
I just realized that the bailiff has a dog.
Yeah, you can pet it.
Oh yeah, does E
Yes, I've been petting it this entire time.
Star, make sure to mute yourself on Discord.
Also, you don't need to press E. It shows you the hotkeys for each emote as well, so... Oh, easy murder. And since we're just waiting on Butler, Butler will get their charges, and then we'll begin the court proceedings. So right now we're all in recess. Oh shit!
All right, I'm ready.
Yep, yeah, you present it. Alright, so today's case number 1387 is for Gnome Child for Grand Theft Chariot. Prosecutor, go ahead and let's begin. So go ahead and present your case.
All right, how do I do this?
You have 10 cards, you can only use 5, by the way. Just so you guys know.
So do I do, just pick a card?
Yeah, if you want to. You gotta present evidence, and if you want to call a witness, you tell me.
Make an argument, call a witness.
Your witness, by the way, if you hold tab, prosecutor's expert. For defense, it's co-worker.
All right. As you're all aware, there have been strikes of transportation unions recently. And that is why the defendant very clearly chose to steal a chariot for the purpose of traversing to his other nefarious crimes, instead of taking public transportation like a good sock citizen. I rest my case.
Alright, defense, do you have anything to say in favor of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, if you looked at all the evidence, you would have noticed that there was in fact, a free hug sign given to my defendant, given to my client, right before this Grand Theft Chariot took place. They were invited into the chariot to be given a ride. They didn't steal anything. That is all, Your Honor.
Prosecution, you may rebuttal.
Yes, Your Majesty. My rebuttal is...
Your Honor, oh, never mind.
What? Please go on, bailiff. What's the problem?
Never mind. Oh. The jury keeps putting their thing up, and I want to point it out.
Yes, I saw the Justice for Gnome sign. Thank you, bailiff.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, prosecution.
Yes, I would like to put forth that the defensive gnome child, seen there guiltily before you, was attempting to attend a concert on the evening of the Grand Theft Chariot theft. And I would put it to you that no proper charioteer would have been attending this concert, as it was a Macklemore concert. Everyone knows that charioteers will not attend Macklemore concerts. The jury is well aware of this. The bailiff is well aware of this.
Oh, we have breaking news. One moment.
Is well aware of this.
Tiny no, that's still the way. Continue, prosecution.
As the charioteer was clearly not going to the concert, the only way for the defendant to have gone to the concert themselves was to have stolen the chariot from whoever the hell owned it. We still don't know who owned it. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Prosecution, just as a quick question for you, do you have any witness you can call towards like who owned the chariot? If we don't know who owned it, who's pressing the charge?
This me, I'm the witness.
Prosecution?
Oh, you there! How do I call you? How do I call you to the stage?
I call.
The
You,
judge
you
does
say
that.
you call, and then I'll call him.
Okay, well, I would like to call this fine individual.
All right.
Oh.
Before we begin the questioning, Mr. What should I call it? Please state your name for the court and your job description.
My name's Peter Ticketmaster, and I run analytics at Ticketmaster.
Prosecution, begin your testimony.
Mr. Peter, did you say that you own Ticketmaster?
No, I didn't. I said I run analytics for Ticketmaster.
I see. Mr. Peter, you are aware of the reputation that Ticketmaster has among noble people, correct?
I'm afraid that I don't.
And that is exactly why you own a chariot, is it not?
Yeah. I guess.
Mr. Peter, have you ever lost track of your chariot?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever let your chariot out of your sight?
Yes?
Then is it possible that this chariot went missing during a time when you were not looking at it?
I mean, I suppose it could have been possible, but if that did happen, then it was returned.
Your Honor, just because the stolen property is returned does not mean it was not stolen.
I'm sorry, I thought I was here to talk about Macklemore?
Any further questions, prosecution?
The prosecution has nothing left to go on, Your Honor.
Defense, you may cross.
Oh boy.
So, how often do you see people with Chariot purchase tickets to Macklemore concerts?
Oh, it's never happened.
Have you yourself ever partaken in a Macklemore concert?
I hate Macklemore.
I'm sorry. Allow me to collect myself.
Defense, I need you to calm down. Bailiff, can you calm down the defense, please?
Yes, Judge, yes. Yes.
Fuck that skinny motherfucker.
Alakazam!
His music sucks.
Thank you, Bailiff.
Fuck him.
That was the wrong person, Bailiff.
No. Bailiff did the right thing.
No, the judge asked me to hit the prosecutor, I thought.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any evidence to contradict what the witness is saying, or are you done with your cross?
I am done with my cross-examination.
All right, Bailiff, please turn the prosecution back into a sock, and I will allow the prosecution, if they want to rebut, to rebut.
First of all, Your Honor, I would like to state that my time as a chicken has changed me as a man and as a sock. Second of all, I would like to thank the witness for his excellent testimony and let him know that his check is in the mail. That is all, Your Honor.
All right.
Holy shit, I get paid for this?
Witness, you're dismissed. Is there any further?
I'm sorry, I have to handcuff them, Your Honor, as they just admitted to committing a federal crime.
That's for the defense to object to.
Okay.
I like how the stealing the car is fact. but
Your
the
Honor?
alleged with the concert going is
It was a
alleged.
criminal.
Your Honor,
Defense, it's not your time to speak. Prosecution, do you have any further evidence or any further claims to make?
Your Honor, I wish only to say to the jury that it is very clear that this gnome child is guilty of attempting to attend a Macklemore concert.
All right, defense, you may present.
Cherry or something.
I, Your Honor, also have a witness I'd like to call to the stand.
All right.
I have the Chariot Rental Services manager who was
Chariot-
in charge
please-
of the chariot at the time.
Please state your name for the court and your occupation.
Howdy, my name's Carol Chariots.
What, Carol? Carol, what's your occupation?
I see. I'm one of those co-managers over at the U-Chariot place.
All right, defense. You may
know,
begin.
Chariot rentals.
Defense, begin direct questioning.
Did you, Cheryl, see this gnome child ever approach the U-Chariot location that you worked at?
Yeah, I see them from time to time. People who don't own chariots stop by every now and again to rent a chariot.
And would you say that since someone is not a chariot owner, they might enjoy a Macklemore concert as
Well,
a
I mean,
chariot user?
Well, I mean, I myself do enjoy a Macklemore concert on occasion, but I only rent.
And have you ever had anybody invite you yourself to a Macklemore concert?
Yeah, I had this actually guy once, a real suave fellow who was he was
Microphone
renting a
off.
chariot for two, and he was like, "Hey, honey, how do you like you some
Microphone
Macklemore?"
I'm sure
Right,
about.
in the middle of the trial.
You can join once we're done.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we're done.
I think
Are
his
you
name
acquainted-
was
Microphone muted.
Felonius. I don't see why that's relevant though.
Have you ever have you gotten along or know this gnome child personally?
No, they're just sort of, customer that comes in a couple times. As a
Depends.
co-manager, I tend not to deal with the customers.
Defense, is this going anywhere?
too
Yes,
often.
it is, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh, good.
And has this gnome child ever rented a chariot from the U-Chariot?
Yeah. Rented, because of course they don't own a chariot.
Now you see, Your Honor, this and jury, this is why we can't assume that people own things that they are currently using. Gnome child was in fact just renting a chariot. They didn't own it. Oh, okay.
Defense, do you have any evidence to this, or are you just going off the witness's testimony?
I have this used tissue that was at the U-Chariot that has the gnome child's DNA on it because the U-Chariot wasn't properly cleaned.
Oh,
After
yeah,
the
I remember.
U-Chariot was returned after it was rented.
I remember that. We had to charge him an $800 cleaning fee for that little ditty.
All right, bailiff, you can cuff the witness for being a piece of shit.
Can I just ask the witness what their name was again?
Yeah, it was Cheryl Chariots.
What?
Thank you so much.
You want me to cuff him for what?
Being a piece of shit.
Oh!
All right, prosecution. I'm getting bored. You can go across now.
Alright, I would love to cross-examine this witness once I read this breaking news, which says, "Oh my!
Oh my, indeed.
Well, this brings a whole new dimension to this, doesn't it, Cheryl? First, I would
can
like
I
to
talk?
touch.
Okay.
First, I would
You
like
can
to
talk- you can
touch
talk, yes.
on one thing that you said during your testimony, Cheryl Chariot.
I'm sure Cheryl would love to touch upon that. No,
Bailiff, shut up, that juror.
Oh yeah, Your
Cheryl,
Honor.
you said
On
that
it,
you
Your Honor.
had to charge this individual an $800 cleaning fee, correct? Is that
Yeah.
perhaps because of hyperinflation that you have to charge such a large cleaning fee?
Nah, it's because we're pieces of shit.
I see.
Bailiff, you can uncuff the witness.
And is
Thank you, yo.
your alleged piece of shitness in any way related to your sexual relationship with the defendant?
Oh, no, you see, that wasn't me. If you look at my ID here, you see Cheryl Inc. spelled with an E at the end. It's another Cheryl Chariots. That's my sister, actually, I believe.
Prosecution,
We're
do you
strange.
have any evidence that this newspaper we just got on our desk for some reason is actually this Cheryl, or are you just making up stuff?
I
Oh, no,
am
that's
going on
trolling.
publicly known facts, Your Honor. The body of knowledge upon which our society is based.
I see. Defense, you can rebut.
So we both know that that was not you, Cheryl, in the newspaper. Therefore, this Cheryl.
You gonna object to that, prosecutor? He's gonna let them do that.
Oh, I'm going to object to that objection.
What? You didn't.
Objection, Your Honor.
Go.
This witness cannot spell.
Sustained. Defense, you're gonna present some evidence that the witness can spell.
Your Honor, the only evidence I have is that the prosecution can't spell. Because they wrote their own address wrong. How can we expect the prosecution to determine grammar when they can't even do their own grammar?
Bailiff, wake up the prosecution.
What?
Prosecution, how do you plead? Never mind, I passed the wrong one.
Guilty.
He's
Oh,
I misclicked. Fuck.
Hooray!
Alright, well, this case is going a little long anyway. I'll go the defense, I guess.
Alright. Alright, here,
Okay.
you should be able to join now.
I just hit random.
Oops. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
guess I random
We're gonna
judge.
have 2 jurors now.
Yeah, we also need a new prosecutor. Whoever hasn't prosecuted before, please pick prosecutor. I know someone in our original 5 hasn't.
So, Hero, go to your settings before you join and make sure you enable push to talk. And
Brash, have you prosecuted? I'll prosecute that, actually.
I've done
I can
prosecuting.
Okay, I'd be fine prosecuting if you have.
If you want to, yeah. Make sure you have an image prepared. Yep.
Alright, let me get an image.
Somebody make sure to be the witness.
Okay.
Hero, I guess Hero will be the witness. Unless Meg or Meg or Star. Actually, Meg, why don't you be... No, Meg's already been a witness. Wait, who hasn't been a witness?
Yeah.
I have
But
an image.
Butler might want to be...
Unless someone else
Butler could do it
wants to
too.
join us.
Well, you guys fight over it. You guys fight over it.
Does it
Butler, you
allow
do
you
it.
to crop the image car, or does it need to be pre-cropped?
So far, I've done every
I don't
role
know.
except for
It sort of
prosecutor,
auto
I think.
selects part of it. You
Okay.
don't get to put the whole image up. It's like inside of a fucking suit thing. So don't worry.
Can I
too much
move
about
it?
Alright,
that. No, no.
Damn,
Judge,
alright,
which
well, well,
which court would you like, Judge? Would you like the default, the trial of the crown, or the cosmic order?
Go the default.
Alright.
And I think that this might be my last case before retirement. This
Alright.
game's definitely fun though. I like it.
Yeah, I can
Well,
do
it
more.
was originally designed to settle disputes between friends. Like, that's genuine the reason this game was made.
Huh.
They're supposed to be like, yeah, no, I think Rogue is better than Paladin. Well, let's pull up the game then and see who's right. You know, that type of thing.
Being able to make custom decks is also
Yeah, we gotta use the cards more. Because the Butler knew they didn't know they can use 5 cards, but you guys can use 5 of them.
Oh, I noticed I could use 5. I just didn't see Butler using a lot, so I didn't want to just
Yeah.
use all of them. Also,
If
I
you-
had
if
really
you
bad
click
ones
the
in the
folder, that's
situation.
It doesn't matter if they're
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
You always just you have to stretch them pretty hard.
I had like a cheap ring. I had a worn out plushie. I had-
Oh, well, wait, cheap ring would be pretty good because you can have something on the ring, right?
fair.
You
like
could be
a
like,
engraving or
this is
something.
gold from the ring, the chariot, that chariot that they rented out. As you can see, the witness,
Simply is not real gold.
the defendants merely stole from the rented chariot, which is not this crime.
Sorry, this is taking
Something like that, for example.
The game hasn't even
Fair.
loaded yet.
If you click default cards, does it do anything different?
Yeah, it's multiple decks. I only have default cards, so unfortunately, I had to make another deck if I want to.
yeah. Custom decks can be made. We haven't made any.
Oh, okay.
If you could
like,
start thinking,
just black screen and my mouse is doing the spinny thing.
I guess try relaunching it.
Oh, and Baller, if you want me journals, it's fine too. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the judge UI is not very good.
Witness seems like the most fun role, if I'm going to be honest.
The prosecutor's my favorite so far.
Sorry, if someone else wants to be witness, let me know, but I just kind of wound up here.
I mean, you can
There's
do
a
whatever you
lot
want.
of
Just call it up, Baller. Baller and Z,
Hi,
you
Star.
two haven't played as much as the rest of them. We played like 2 cases before you guys got on, or 3. So feel free to ask for a different role.
Was
If
that
you,
also Butler's first time?
yeah,
Yes.
if you guys want to
Okay.
take a role, if you want to take judge, just say it. And I think Kev's already been judge before, so if you guys want to take judge, feel free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ken
I
was
have already
judged when
been
you were
judged.
live streaming it.
if anybody
Well,
else wants to be this, I haven't been the bailiff
It's not
or a
allowing me
jury.
to,
Bailiff, in my opinion, is really boring, but
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
How,
don't see what Bailiff can do.
I don't know how Star felt about it. But Bailiff was really boring when I played it the first time.
I feel like jury's better than bailiff, if I'm going to be honest.
Dude, I saw every message you sent, Thrash. You kept sending the same ones. It was a crime of love.
I only looked at like half of them. I spent so much time throwing paper airplanes at Star.
Up to Gnome Good or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I saw all of them.
I wish I saw
Thanks,
more.
I was trying. The journal is really fun because you can erase it. Like I wish journalists could erase it.
Yeah, the journalist, you'll get 3 images for the entire trial.
Well, it's also meant to be pieces of evidence too.
Yeah. You're so, like what Meg did, where she was like, "Look, you actually touched Gnome Child."
That's why I did in the Ori one. I'm like, another Ori hits a tree, or Ronald McDonald sucked out the tree, or like Ori has a switch and they're homeless.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, in a way, it is down to like the prosecutor and defense to figure out how to like incorporate those, but there is a bit of like weight on the journalist to make.
Meg really threw Butler a bone though, and he when Butler's about to promote, and then Meg's like, "Here's some free evidence."
Microphone
Are
activated.
you having trouble loading the game, Hero?
Yeah.
Microphone
Oh, by the way, Butler and Zia, we're listening to the Watch Together instead of the in-game music, because it's Phoenix Wright music, so...
I know, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you even turn off your music
activated.
here?
Microphone muted.
Yeah, you can turn off music, press escape.
See it on task manager.
Oh, okay.
Auto
I thought that would automatically back.
die
Nope.
on its own.
Microphone
You think you'll
activated.
take some time, Hero, or...?
Good question. I'll open it, and if it doesn't open fast, then I'll just, then I'll tell you.
Okay.
Microphone
I don't think I've ever heard
muted.
this Phoenix Wright song before.
It's from the
I've sadly
first
heard all of them.
Sadly, what's sad about that?
Oh, watch the streamer play through all the Phoenix Wright
I
games.
should just close all of this.
I mean, whether you've watched somebody else play it or you played it yourself, I think it's fine.
Oh
Great
no,
game.
it's a fine game. I just, whew. There's some moments. Like the One Piece animation of the pirate girl riding the dolphin, that shit fucks me up every time. God, I don't remember. That was in one of the 3DS ones. I don't remember which one it was. I wish people could join in mid-game. I don't know why that's not a thing.
Sorry, I'm closing Chrome first, but it looks like even that.
Wonder if it's like hard to
Wow.
code that.
Alright, okay. And I'll just open this. Site and Explorer or something. Invalid access code, what? Oh, let's use this. Okay, cool, this works. Anyway, what was I thinking? Right, opening the game. Let's open the game. Okay, take two. If this doesn't work, then just,
Microphone
We'll do a case, and
activated.
then you can try to figure it out in the meantime.
then you can
Yeah.
Microphone muted.
stuff like restart the computer. computer or some. So normally, how long does it take you guys to?
Microphone
It took me like a second or two for it to open.
After the logos. Okay.
Yeah, it's really nothing at all.
Well, it has been. Oh wait, never mind. Now it's.
Oh, cool,
now
perfect.
it's on. Okay.
Make sure to decorate your sock in the main menu, and also change your voice activation to push talk.
Yeah. Remove. Okay, push to talk. T. Okay. Is that push to talk a toggle or a hold?
Hold.
Hold.
Gotcha.
And make sure you change your key if you want it to be something different, because it's default T, which I think is a really bad key. So.
Okay.
Oh, has anyone else been experiencing
Okay,
weird
so
shit
yeah,
with
it
Reddit
had-
lately?
It had the wrong mic selected.
My IP, I think
Oh,
my
yes,
IP is
yes.
blocked from Reddit for some
Microphone
reason.
muted.
Weird.
All right. Let's see.
You can either join me in Steam or use the lobby code. It's in the lobby code channel.
Microphone muted.
Okay. Push stop is this? Okay. All right. What did you say?
Microphone activated.
With the lobby code channel, and there's also you can join me through Steam without
No,
this.
customizing.
Oh.
Customizing my thing.
In the main menu,
yes.
customize your sock. Yeah, it doesn't take very long.
Oh, okay. I'll just do this. And the rest doesn't really matter. I did the one thing that sets me apart.
Microphone muted.
Oh. Why did the watch together stop?
It's still going for me.
Still going for me.
I guess because I wasn't
I
focused
guess
on the
I'll
tab,
do
it didn't
this
work.
also.
Microphone
Zero.
activated.
Oh wait.
Microphone muted.
All right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. And you said I find you
Microphone
Also,
activated.
If you can't join me through Steam, use the lobby code.
Microphone muted.
okay.
You're hot micing now, Z. I don't know if you realize.
I don't know how to switch it to push to talk though.
If you go into settings in the communication, there's a voice activation.
Overlays,
Ah, you're right, there it is.
Okay, it's off, and I'm should be joining.
Testing?
I think.
Yep.
Cool.
Or also disconnected for some reason.
Microphone.
Sarge, you mean to disconnect?
Yes.
Hopefully Hero can join. I just thought about hopefully it's not Egypt again.
Oh boy.
Oh, right. I mean, only one game ever has had that problem.
Yay, Zen. Make sure you meet on Discord too.
Microphone.
Yeah, it has your mic works in here too.
Select a role: journalist or juror.
I would go ahead and select journalist, but don't pick juror, then someone will pick
Can you
journalist.
hear me like this?
Yes, we can.
Yep. Totally fun.
Cool.
If you want to have like a free like just listen in while also being able to fuck around, you pick juror. If you want to actually do something during the court case, you pick journalist. Either one's fine.
Okay.
Just press ready when you're good. Basically, you're just gonna make what happens here is for the entire case, you get 3 things you can make, and they're all images and like a title, like a breaking news story. You can either have them as evidence, like you can basically present them as like this is like news for the case or whatever it comes out, breaking news or whatever. So feel free to draw and write whatever you want. You can only do it 3 times during the trial though.
Okay.
So all it
Make
is.
sure you guys press ready. That's Threshing Hero.
Yep.
Don't worry, Hero. It's very open ended. You can write whatever you want. So if it's like, oh, this person literally killed them, or here's like, yeah. Anyways, just feel free. Whatever you want to write. Be creative.
Hopefully, you get a solid idea of what you're going for, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be a slam dunk case, dude. This is gonna be fucking trivial. Holy shit. This guy, I know they're a moron.
It's quiet in here.
Yeah, how's it going there, witnesses? You ready to
Just
be two
doodling.
fucking people? Ready to be
I
a
am
policeman
ready.
and an expert, huh?
I am ready to be whoever I need to be, Your Honor.
Good to hear. We love us a good witness. Right, jury?
I'm
As
doodling.
long as I'll be safe in witness protection.
Wait, who's the defendant?
That's
We
what
don't know
we're
yet.
trying to figure.
Prosecution,
That's what Z is getting for us right now as our defendant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Knuckles was charged to robbing an Applebee's. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and start with a statement from the prosecution then. There we go. Oh. Draco, we can't hear you.
The defendant was caught robbing a Applebee's at exactly 11:26 p.m. The security camera caught footage of him doing it. He was caught fleeing the scene of the crime, Your Honor.
My, strong case as an opening. All right then, let's hear our opening statement from our defense then.
Today's case will prove that Mr. Knuckles here, my client, obviously did go to an Applebee's. It is true. However, they simply dined at the Applebee's and did not rob it. And the strongest piece of evidence we can show to the contrary of what the prosecution is saying is the fact that their time is incorrect because they only use stopped clocks. This is a stop clock from the prosecution's office and also a stop clock from the camera they're using. Every time they're referencing is always 11:29 p.m. and they've always been doing it for every single case they've done. I say this is a slam dunk case, and we should have summary judgment and ruled in our favor. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Well, let's see what evidence the prosecution has for this prosecution. Then, anything further to say, or once again we can't hear you, prosecutor?
Your Honor,
press
the
the
defendant was seen breaking the manager's phone before fleeing the scene of the crime. The time on the phone before it was broken was exactly 11:26 p.m. What the defendant has said is slanderous and has no hold on this current case. Here is the
Alright.
phone I presented to the court. As you can see, it says
Wow.
11:26 right on it.
All right, and you said that you have witness to this end.
I do. I have the policeman that caught Sir Knuckles as they were fleeing the scene.
Very well then, bring them to the stand. We begin your questioning.
Now, do you remember what time you set out on patrol towards this Applebee's after you got the call?
That would be 11:29 p.m., Your Majesty.
And can you state your name and badge number for the record?
I am Officer Macklemore, and my badge number is 3. I've been on the force a very long time.
Officer Pecklemore, how have you? Has the defendant been seen doing this sort of crime before?
What, the crime of robbing at Applebee's?
Robbing in general.
Oh, I've seen this robbing lots of places, but never at Applebee's.
You see, Your Honor, the defendant has just been building up their repertoire because I know that they have been trying to get into the local mafia. They have a local mafia punch card that they have been robbing.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
I'll have honor in my court.
Relevance? Relevance?
Yeah, what's it mean? I've got one of those local mafia punch cards. I've almost got a free shake.
No, as we can tell from the police officer as well, that such thing can be seen as a predisposition towards committing crimes.
Very much so, yes, that's why I have one.
Objection overruled.
And
Your Honor, would you like me to corral the jury?
No, I don't. I want you to not do that, actually.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Continue your questioning.
Now, what? I also heard that something happened, and we saw it in the police report, that something happened to your partner while you were out capturing Sir Knuckles. Can you please inform the court what happened?
Yes, my partner in crime, Officer Ray-Bans, he was held up at gunpoint by some blue fellow and his fox friend. Something about they wanted his wedding ring, I think?
No!
You're.
Oh shit, what's this?
Oh,
Breaking
we're
news.
the
breaking-
kid that caught B-handed.
Oh my.
Oh no. That's not good for the defense.
As you can see, Your Honor, news outlet is already doing what they do and sensationalizing this. I don't believe Knuckles is a bad person. I just believe they've fallen on hard times. But I do not believe that absolves them of their punishment, Your Honor.
All right then. Well, you got any further
I just don't believe in
questions?
racism, Your Honor. I'm sorry. No, that's no further questions. Your
Racism
Honor.
against red people?
I do, that's why I'm a police officer.
All right. Well, any further questions, prosecutor?
No, Your Honor.
All right then. I'll allow cross-examination.
This is a slam dunk. Oh, sorry. Yes. Mr. What was your name? Facklebore, right?
Officer McElmore.
Oh yes, thank you. Is this your damage charger? Out of curiosity.
Why, yes it is. I
Yes.
use it to charge my watch.
We found this in the Applebee's store next to the broken phone. Was that phone in the damage charger in any way related?
Why, yes. Much like my watch, that phone is broken.
So, if my understanding is correct, both the phone and the charger were damaged at the same time. Is that right?
Yes, at the same time, at 11:29.
So, just so I can understand, your charger, once again, your charger and the phone, both of them were destroyed at the same time. Yes? Just say one more time for the jury, please.
That is correct, Your Majesty.
Yes. And what? Do you know why they were damaged?
I do not.
Well, okay, let me remind you then of something real quick. Maybe this will jog your memory. Does that jog your memory?
Yes, that's right. Inflation.
Now,
my favorite
I would
genre.
like to make a comment that I would like to see no sonic inflation in the courtroom.
Well, Judge, this is imperative to the case. Can I please continue my line of questioning? It proves my client's innocence. Now, Sir Macklemore, Officer Macklemore, Badge 3, if I'm correct, you said originally the prosecution said my client destroyed the phone. However, there's hyperinflation of sonic nature on the phone, and that is why the phone was destroyed, yes?
Yes, I saw the hyperinflation on the phone and then immediately destroyed it because I couldn't stand to look at it anymore.
I think that proves my client's innocence in this matter, and also on every matter. In fact, I call for, that's it, I'm done with my questioning.
All right. Any rebuttals from our prosecution then?
So you did label the phone as the suspect's, not the suspect's phone, but the manager's phone, correct?
It's whoever had it last's phone.
And who had it last?
I'm gonna say that was probably the manager. I think I recall him looking at it and holding it in his hand and saying, "Who the fuck broke this phone?"
So you see, Your Honor, and the defense, that this phone was in fact the manager's and broken after robbing the Applebee's.
Well.
Objection, Your Honor. Just like literally relevance again. We've already proven this to be false.
Indeed, I think I'll call the ending to this witness's testimony.
Extra,
Oh.
extra. Read all about it.
Lightning struck the Applebee's mine.
Judge, may I call my witness to the stand?
This poor Applebee's.
I want to call
your witness to the stand?
I would like to call meteorologist Kevin to the stand, please.
Kevin, alright, hey. Can I get your name and occupation, please?
My name is Kevin, and I am an expert for a living.
Kevin, is it your opinion that there was a storm, a severe thunderstorm on the night of the supposed robbery?
That is indeed my opinion.
And Kevin, is this you making a very rude gesture?
No, but this is.
Hey.
Thank you. As you can see, all...
Objection! Relevance?
Objection overruled. Continue.
Alright, Kevin. If it's your real name, of course. Why don't we...
It is not.
Why don't we expand more on the thunderstorm that night? Do you think a thunderstorm that caliber could destroy a phone?
I sure hope so, because I don't want them to see what was on my phone.
And then, in your expert opinion, do you think a thunderstorm could go into the store and rob the Applebee's?
Absolutely. This would not be the first time I've seen an Applebee's robbed by a storm.
Judge, no further questioning.
Alright then. I'll allow for cross-examination.
So, you say that the lightning may have robbed the Applebee's. But I have proof here that proves that the lightning was in fact stuck on the toilet for the entirety of the robbery.
Your Honor, this is entirely possible. Lightning is known for getting chronic diarrhea.
You see, the
It's why
jury...
they call it a shitstorm.
Ah!
After the lightning was on the toilet, it came out to the scene, but it had nothing to do with the robbery that took place, for it was stuck on the toilet for the entirety of the robbery. There is no way a lightning storm could commit a robbery and taking shit for 3 hours. And would you say that a lightning storm could rob an Applebee's? Have you seen
Once
it
again,
happen before?
yes. Many times. In fact, I trained one to do so. One of my most profitable ventures.
Fuck. I'm done with cross-examination, Your Honor.
Understood. I think, is there any other statements for the, any other statements or questions, defense?
Yes, I'd like to ask the witness real quick on... You mentioned that the dinosaurs are likely to go shit, right? Well, I have some... Well, yeah, is that correct?
You asked if a lightning storm could take a shit?
Yes.
Yes, lightning storms very often do get chronic diarrhea.
Well, that's unfortunately very bad for the prosecution's case, because do you know what was stole from the scene, Kevin?
I do not.
Well, Kevin, it was actually a toilet stole from the scene. And in fact, we have the banknote of someone selling this toilet named T. Storm.
Your Honor, there's been new evidence come to light. Do you, in fact, suck Knuckles' dick?
I hardly see how this is relevant. And besides,
You might need
as
to.
if you
You
check,
might need to step down from this case and let somebody else.
if you
take over.
check, you'll find that the name of the defendant here is in fact Knuckles with an H, not Knuckles.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
How I feel about a kid of four-headed penis is beyond the scope of this. Somebody stop that juror.
Kevin,
No,
one final
not
question, Kevin. Is it of your opinion that T Storm, your protege, your mentee, went to the Applebee's and stole the toilet from the men and women's bathroom, two of them, while taking a shit, and then brought it back to you and sold it to you, showing this old banknote saying it sold it to you, Kevin?
Alright, I confess. I trained a thunderstorm to steal toilets. I shit a lot. And I mean a lot, and I need these toilets to support my shitting habit.
No further questions, Your Honor. In the defense rests its case.
Breaking news.
My! Quite the news we've seen here. Prosecutor, do you have any comments to make on this breaking news about apparent deal between Knuckles and the Thunderstorm?
Knuckles and T-Storm are known to rob together often. In fact, they were in prison together for several years. Here is the police report of them breaking out of prison on the same day.
My.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Just like the juror and the bailiff have been screwed up this entire case, the prosecutor also screwed up because that's the wrong Knuckles. Look at the spelling on that paper. It's not the same one as my client. You must go not guilty on summary judgment, Your Honor. Thank you.
That is incorrect.
Can I have
That was the wrong emote
of this?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, the court no longer allows for evidence. It seems like the law is no longer allowed for any more.
Oh, hold on here. There you go. Now you can.
No, there's no more. We've already submitted our 5 pieces. Unfortunately, the law only permits 5 pieces of evidence. Only 5 pieces of evidence.
All right, so I will ask this then. Do either of you have any closing statements?
Who are you starting with?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
What?
Oh?
Oh, you got it. All right, you know what? Highly unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
I feel like the entire court has been ignoring me this entire time.
Now,
So
I will
have a
say
statement to make.
It has gone on record that I do in fact suck a kid in the dick.
I knew it.
All right, I'd like to retract my statement, please.
Very well then. Anybody else any closing statements?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, let's hear 'em.
The T-Storm and Knuckles have a long history of committing crime together and breaking out of prison together. Do we really want them both roaming the streets, or would we at least like to prosecute one today so we can have a case against the other? Or do you want your local favorite restaurant chain being robbed by these two thieves?
Well, I do enjoy me a good Applebee's. Any closing statements there, defense?
Yes, I do have one final closing statement. The prosecutor's a dum-dum. Thank you.
All right.
That's true, but you can't say that out loud!
I would like the juries to independently write down what their verdict is, and then say so, please. Whether they believe the defendant to be guilty or not guilty with the evidence presented today.
Understood.
Juror Meg, if you could please write your verdict down.
That's rude.
Hey, you're... Alright, you know what? One more opportunity. Juror Meg, please...
Alright.
Jesus Christ! Both of you! Write an actual fucking verdict.
What are you talking about? That's a perfectly good verdict.
Oh, boy.
Are you saying there's a problem with this?
Officer Macklemore agrees with that
Hold on,
verdict.
Would you like to,
Guilty or not
rephrase
guilty?
that, Judge?
Hold on!
Guilty or not guilty?
You damn Americans, you will be reported to Fox News.
Juror Star, if you could.
I got it.
All right, we got two who have. We got two different of our jurors have both told us that the.
I'm sorry,
defendant
you're
is
going to
in fact
life.
Guilty.
You're going to life in prison. I'm sorry.
Guilty.
In fact, they're going to kill you,
Knuckles,
probably.
Echidna, I hereby sentence you to life in prison.
Dang.
Shouldn't have robbed an Applebee's.
Shouldn't have robbed that Applebee's with a thunderstorm.
Robbed an Applebee's.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
All
right.
Wow.
See you later, Cad.
Alright, anyone want to be prosecutor? It's the most important one.
See ya.
Let's see. I'd like to. Sure, I'll take it then. Or okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I haven't done it yet. Sorry.
Hero, why don't you? Yeah, both of you haven't done
That's
it.
fine. I can be. Well, I don't know what I want. Something.
Hero, be
slightly above
witness.
Do I want a
journalist.
witness or a journalist? Oh, okay.
Oh, Bella, you want to be journalist?
Nope,
You
nope,
haven't
that
been-
works.
You haven't been journalist
That's
yet, though.
Yeah, fine.
Honestly, you guys could just not be both. You could both be jurors.
No, it's
Carl,
fine.
you mind sitting in the center?
What you say, Star?
Can you sit in the center juror spot?
Oh, does that make a difference? I didn't know.
Yeah, it does.
It
I didn't know
doesn't.
that.
It makes a marginal difference, I would say.
Well, I didn't know it changed where I sat.
Interesting.
Make get ready
We're
up.
waiting on you.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about
Oh
that.
shit, sorry.
Oh, I forgot to ask which judge, what the judge wanted the map to be. Fuck. Oh, regret.
I don't have a preference. Don't worry. Hero, try pressing 1 to 0 on your keyboard.
You can also hold E, by the way.
Yeah, holding E gives you a wheel.
Oh, thank you. That E is really helpful.
Oh, it's literally an opinion button here.
What button, sorry?
Is there?
There's an opinion button I can press to show the judge how I feel, yeah.
Oh, it's showing a flag based on whether you choose red or blue.
Mhm.
Damn, that was a good shot.
He.
And
How do I show my slate?
Please make your opening arguments, prosecutor.
Yes. As you can see, the accused is standing there, and he is accused of taking over Asia and getting rid of anime. I did not mean to click this, but it turns out there was a hole in the garden. That was something that has some relevance to this case. His guilt has already been ascertained. This is a show trial. We are just here to make it seem like there's actual justice in this country.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. How do I show my slate? How do I show it? What the fuck?
You gotta hit shift.
Click it and then hit shift.
Thank you.
All right, opening statements, defense.
My client has never even been to the continent of Asia, and this is a clear kangaroo court.
That's
Is that all?
true. I do not contest that statement.
Is that all, defense? Defense? Is that all?
As you can see, my client, when they were arrested, was found on a train, not in Asia, in the middle of nowhere, with the train stopped for maintenance or something like that. Something about being run over, running somebody over. Completely unrelated to my client. My client is completely innocent and was not even found in the continent of Asia.
All right, I would allow for a
As I said,
rebuttal.
I do not. Oh, as I said, I have no. The prosecution does not contest this claim.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's the prosecution's turn anyway to present evidence.
Your Honor, we would like to call our first witness to the stand, the nosy janitor. That's something you have to do, by the way, Your Honor.
I'm not seeing it. Where do I do that?
So you scroll
Scroll your
wheel,
mouse.
and then you'll need to hit the red one eventually.
Bring the witness. Okay.
The red one.
Witness, would you please state your name and occupation for the court records?
Greetings. My name is Nodi Janitor, and my occupation is Haitham Shamel.
I think he got that backwards, Your Honor, but we'll accept it into the court record, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oops.
Oh, sorry. When I said right, you're just supposed to rubber stamp it because I'm the actual authority here, as we know. This is a show trial.
That is incorrect.
That is correct.
Bailiff, whack his PP.
Yes, Your Honor.
No. Oh,
Not
the
the
wrong-
witness.
wrong TP.
Bailiff,
Oh,
you will not disrespect me in my courtroom. I will send you back to lawyer school. I will send you no more warnings.
Was he
Prosecution, what is your witness here for?
Well, apparently I'm going to jail. I can't tell. I can't
Bailiff,
even
please
review
allow
my
them
file
to-
while I'm-
to show their case.
All right,
Bailiff,
witness,
if you
witness,
could,
I need your help here.
Could you please look to the
Um,
man to your left and tell me what you think of it for really quick?
Witness, can you describe
Okay.
your relationship with the defendant?
Yes, of course. So, the better question is, who doesn't have a relationship? He is everywhere. Everyone knows about he. But as for my own testimony,
Boo, boo, journalism. There is no journalism in this kangaroo court.
I'm
Continue,
being
witness.
slandered here. What is this?
No,
Okay,
you're
yes,
fine, witness.
everyone
It was the journalist. Yeah, the journalist has no
Of
power
course.
anyway.
Of course, yes.
can ignore him.
Everyone knows fake news. Okay, so as I was saying, I was minding my own business, performing my job as usual in Singapore, when suddenly I noticed this black silhouette, and I don't mean black as in race. I mean it looks exactly like that defendant over there. And I saw him take over 100,000 guys at once. He was fighting an entire army barehanded. You had to see it out. It looked straight out of anime, which is ironic enough given the accusation at hand. I fled for my life.
Behind you.
and-
Objection,
and-
Your
Behind you,
Honor.
Jerry.
All I asked is what his relationship to the defendant was.
Your Honor, we have evidence
Objection.
for what the
1 second. It's not your turn to talk defense. Objection abstained. Witness, please keep it on topic to the questions that you were asked.
Oh yes, I apologize, Your Honor. Then, in that case, my relationship to the defendant is no more than everyone else's relationship to him. It only is that I barely survived an encounter with him.
Can you go into more detail about this encounter that you barely survived?
Yes, of course. Going into more detail for that encounter, he and this army in front of him were speaking about incomprehensible stuff because they were talking in another language. I think it was English. I don't know what the hell they were doing in Singapore, but after he said what I previously described, he did. He saw me, and I felt like a rabbit that was stared at by a lion. I could not believe that I was able to get out of there alive. I don't know whether it was that he let me go or did not know that I was there. It dreads me to recall the event, Your Honor. It sends sweat down my spine.
I'm sorry for. we should get through this trial pretty quickly. Any other further questions, prosecutor?
Yes. Witness. One of the jurors has a question. It seems they want to know if he stole your Doritos.
Your Honor, am I ever going to get a chance to cross?
Yes, you will. You can also object at any point if you find anything objectable. That's how you can present your.
That's what you
That's
get.
how you can present your evidence. Can you please unchickenify the prosecutor, bailiff?
Fine.
Objection. I like the
Deserves
prosecutor
it.
better as a chicken.
Please do.
Order!
I'll
Order
see
in
you
my
for-
court! Order in my court!
Understood.
Objection. He's better as a chicken.
You got it,
Objection
boss.
overruled. Objection overruled, bailiff!
Bailiff, I need to remind you that you are to follow the judge's orders, and the judge
I
follows
follow
my
my own
orders.
orders. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Continue
Judge.
prosecution.
Witness, can you elaborate on the Doritos? I don't know if you ever even did that.
Objection. This is not on the case.
Objection abstained. The jury is as important to this case as anybody else. If someone stole the Doritos, I'd like to know.
Objection. This is a person that does cleaning. I'm sure they just clean up the Doritos themselves.
Objection, he's
Objection.
talking while my witness is supposed to be talking.
That's my job, prosecutor. Objection abstained. Let the prosecution talk and let the question be answered. Or objection overruled, my bad. Objection overruled.
Yes, I was about to say, I think it's supposed to be overruled, Your Honor. My bad.
You're right, it is. My bad.
Let the man
Before
talk.
I say, am I safe here? Am I safe here, Your Honor?
No. No one is safe.
Yeah, I could have told you that. You're a witness.
But if you answer falsely, you'll be less safe. So I ask that you answer truthfully, and your life may be spared.
That's right. If you say the wrong thing, it's to the gulag.
I understand. I was fearing for my life, so I said nothing about it. But yes, Tim, he took my Doritos, and he took so much more than that.
We did
Every
ask
food I had
if they
on
stole
me-
your Doritos. Yeah, if you stole the jurors' Doritos.
Your Honor, I would like to interject that if he stole my witness's Doritos, he probably also stole the jurors' Doritos, as they are one and the same. All Doritos are shared
Objection.
collectively, except for he.
What is your
Objection.
objection, defense?
Prosecutor just proved that the witness stole the jurors' Doritos. Since they're one and the same Doritos, they are the same.
Defense, are you the defense or are you the prosecution?
In the case of these Doritos, I'd like to say that the witness ate the jurors' Doritos. The evidence was laid out perfectly by the prosecution.
Yes,
All right,
I have this.
We will
evidence
have
here.
that
He
case
lies.
immediately after this one.
Objection.
can
I'd like
see,
to cross
here's
the
the
witness from the
evidence.
original statements.
1 second, the
there goes
prosecutor
my
has not
evidence.
finished
Goodbye,
their questions.
evidence.
We can still see your evidence by
No
holding
further
tab of
questions,
the
Your Honor.
expired.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. I will allow you to cross-examine, defense.
The witness has brought today a bunch of hyperbole and a bunch of false claims about my. What is this guy called? Hey, it's my turn to talk, Judge. And these
didn't hit
claims
you.
have proven.
Fuck.
These claims have made my person to be a monstrous and frightening person in reality on the floor of the train where my person was found has been these torn comic book pages, and I believe that the janitor here was taking cocaine out of this worn out plushie that was found in the bathroom and is high beyond their life and saw creatures from this comic book and portrayed as my in here. And this witness should be thrown out for crimes of their own sort and drug abuse on themselves.
That's
There
for the
should not
jury to
be-
decide, not for you.
You're the judge, sir.
And I have made my ruling.
Where did you get that?
They will not be
Witness,
thrown
the
out.
question
if
for
they finish
you
the cross-examination.
Do you recognize the stuffed animal that was found at the scene of the crime?
Of course not. I've never seen it ever in my life. I don't recognize it at all. First time I see
Really?
it right now.
We found evidence of your hair inside the stuffed animal, deep inside, where we would not be normally found.
What? Impossible! Your
Judge,
Honor, this is.
I
he's
move to
badgering the
remove this witness from the slate.
Objection.
What is your objection, prosecutor?
Your Honor, I would like to dismiss my my witness.
Very
Your
well.
Honor, I would like to strike all of this witness testimony from the case.
Objection overruled. All the
Objection
evidence
sustained.
is still evident.
Excuse me, this is the judge.
Yeah. I am the judge. I am the law.
No, you're not. All right. Anyway, all of it's already on the records, and it will stay on the records. You can charge up the hammer.
Careful, sir.
Oh, neat.
Be careful. Be careful. You don't know the power behind it.
Your
Anyway,
Honor, I have evidence.
one
Alright,
piece of
anyway-
irrefutable evidence that the
Excuse me,
One
the
second,
defense's turn to
prosecutor.
talk. You've had
All
plenty
right.
of time, prosecutor. You could have brought that evidence at any time. I'd like to call upon my witness.
Unchicken them, please.
I'd like to call McSqueakums Clown Brigade to the stand. McSqueakums, were you there on the train traveling between to your next circus?
Oh, yes, you betcha! On our new show, the Clown Fest.
Can you attest that my person was literally sitting there on the train, not disturbing a single person?
This fellow right there? Yes, of course. I could never mistake him. He has such a unique look to him. Anyway, yes, I thought nothing of it other than
And
that.
then you're-
Objection, Your Honor.
Stood out.
My client or his client does not have a unique look to him at all. Clearly, the witness is confused and should just be barred from speaking.
Objection overruled. All clowns have unique makeup that they had to paint on an egg in the Clown Museum in New York.
Are you testifying in place of the witness?
No, that's just how clowns work. Are you stupid? Have you never seen a clown before, prosecution?
McSqueakums, when you were there that day on the train, my witness didn't stand out to you at all except for their striking features. They didn't cause you any harm. They didn't harm a single person on the train. No more than a common, maybe brush up against somebody here or there. It's a busy train.
Not even any. It was excessively peaceful. I wouldn't have even remembered him or thought anything about him had I not recognized him visually. Now.
Last question, Miss Squeakums. Do you think my client has any possibility of taking over the entire continent of Asia?
He does not. He does look like he does not skip a single day of gym, but otherwise, I wouldn't go that far.
All right.
Objection, Your
no
Honor.
further
In
questions.
what way is this witness qualified to answer that question?
Objection sustained. I don't think this juror knows the full capabilities of Mr. He. You said that was your last question, defense?
That was my last question at the moment. Yes.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Where were you on the 4th of July, 2020?
On the 1st of July,
On the 4th of July, 2020.
Depends on when on the time of day you specify. If it's when the prosecutor asked me, then I was on the train exactly as Wait.
If you
In
can't,
2020, I'm sorry. Oh
if
no,
you
I'm
can't,
sorry.
if you don't know where you were on that day, are you even worth listening to as a witness? Your Honor, I move
How
to
dare you talk to
dismiss
me
the
like
witness and strike his testimony from the record.
Denied. This clown
Okay.
speaks only in truths, as is the magic rule of this courtroom.
I am Clown Clownington, the clownster, the third, sir. I will not be besmirched by you like this.
Eh.
Any further questions, prosecutor?
Yes. Do you have any idea who the defendant even is?
Aside striking features and people apparently knowing about him sometimes, I don't know a thing about him.
All right. I have one more question for you, witness. Do you recognize this figurine? It is the last Hatsune Miku figurine that has ever existed and will ever exist forever.
No, what?
Of course, he has no rebuttal, Your Honor. I move that the client is guilty as charged. I rest my case.
Hold
Your
on.
Honor.
What? Where is this coming from?
Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence I'd like to submit.
1 second. Alright, defense, please present your evidence.
Prosecutor probably saw my client as such a shadowy figure because of their convenient incognito costume that they carry with them, and maybe they just caught them at an odd moment when they was under arrest.
Objection irrelevant. As my
Your Honor,
evidence has
I'm just
stated
trying to
as
prove without a
proven-
shadow of a doubt my client had no harm called upon any person and does not have any ill will towards the people of Asia.
Objection overruled.
Objection. He's testifying from the bench.
Alright,
If the defense is certainly not the person
You can consider that by
qualified
closing
to-
statements.
alright.
Okay.
Do you have any further evidence, prosecutor, and any closing statements?
Well, it seems like I already presented 5 pieces of evidence somehow. I'm not sure how
Even
that
though
happened.
3 of them didn't exist, so we'll just...
Yeah.
If you have any others in your pocket, you can just say them.
Okay, I guess I could try. Yes.
Doesn't X's on yours too?
I have one here that says he broke out of prison. This likely happened after anime was completely canceled from existence. It says it happened on July 5th, 2020, the day after the clown was not able to say where he was. It's very suspicious, Your Honor. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, closing
I rest
remarks?
my case.
Alright. Alright. Journalist. Mr. Butler Bandit?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment, please.
I'm literally resting my case.
Ouch, Your Honor.
Alright.
I'm resting on my case.
Journalist, do you happen to know of any Dorito bags?
Your Honor,
I am
can
giving you
testify.
one chance.
Yes, I stole and ate the Doritos.
All right, you will need to refund the juror for their purchase of the Dorito bag.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
cannot do that. I am too poor. We have hyperinflation.
I didn't ask if you were poor. Juror, if you would like to jury of they thems, do you have your verdict?
It is Pride Month.
Is that? Are you pointing towards the prosecutor?
Wait 1 second, Your Honor.
I think that the balls are supposed to be arrowed towards me.
Am I doing the Macarena right? I'm trying my best.
I have my conclusion, Your Honor.
Jury, please.
Your Honor, I like that man very much. He seems to be a man of great complexion. I think we should have him on for the next trial.
Very well. This court rules.
Wait,
in favor
Your Honor.
of the prosecution.
Ah, get fucked.
Alright, I'm gonna do one more. What role do we want to play?
246 projectiles?
Jesus, yes, baby.
How
Alright,
did you do 246?
okay, so we need Hero to play one of the 3 roles that actually matter. So Hero, you want to play prosecutor, defense, or judge?
Sure, okay.
Pick one.
I guess I'll pick, prosecutor.
Yep. Butler, do you want to be? Yep.
What the hell? I'll be the judge.
Make it
Unless someone else
okay.
wants it.
Crow, you sure you don't want to be just another jerk? 'Cause bailiff sucks.
Actually, tell me, Meg, do you want to be judge? Because I mean, you're a bailiff last time. Bailiff kind of sucks.
I was the very first
take
judge, so
Halo.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll defend unless someone else wants to. Great. I can't believe Star wants to be bailiff again.
I like it. It's fun.
I don't think I know what to do as bailiff. Judge, do you want the default trial, trial of crown, or cosmic order trial?
I think we should have trial in space.
Cosmic order it is.
Okay, this place looks rad.
Alright, how do I do this?
It's around, but don't click the deal team. Use your
wait for the
grab the gavel and then use your scroll wheel to go between your options. It'll tell you what each option is.
Thank you.
Never be on the verdict, because otherwise you might accidentally hit it and it'll end the trial immediately.
Got it, thank you.
You done with that? Done with that in my courtroom.
News already. Dang.
I can't think of any.
That's rude.
Don't worry, I had taken care of the press. The press can no longer do anything.
Freedom of press! I'm being oppressed!
You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, now we don't have to. See, boy, they say that we're useless, but we're definitely not useless. I am the law, and nobody forget it.
I'm law.
Oh, am I only allowed to publish 3 papers the entire time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
the hard way
shit.
myself.
I wish I knew that before I put that one out there.
Boo, get something better. Uh-oh.
Alright.
I didn't have a picture of Sanic.
Alright. Let us begin these proceedings. Would the prosecution like to present some evidence on the case of the Sock people versus Sanic?
Yes, of Your Honor. Let me, there's actually so much evidence against this that I would be surprised if he's not found guilty on the spot. I'm just having a bit figuring out where to start.
I do like finding people guilty.
Oh yeah, judge after my own heart. I would like to present this, Your Honor. The defendant had escaped from prison. This was not his first offense, especially of that particular type. Has had a history of breaking the speed limit several times before.
Objection, relevance?
Sustained. You will have to show why breaking out of prison means that this Sanic fellow has broken the speed limit.
Well, if you would, Your Honor, the breakout has relevance to it directly as well, besides prior offenses, as the policeman who was working at that prison will explain.
I see.
You have to call the witness, but don't do the guilty. Yeah,
Yep, sorry, doing that.
it'll be the blue one.
Okay, blue one? Wait, blue one?
Blue,
Or
blue
red?
witness. It's blue because
Right.
it's the defense's witness.
Oh,
He's
got
calling my witness.
I see.
Oh, I didn't know
Witness.
that. That's funny, but okay.
Please state your name, occupation, and shoe size for the court.
You're not going
Witness,
through
we cannot
trash.
hear you. The witness will have to speak up.
Hello, I'm Officer 40 Head, and my shoe size is 12 and a half.
And Mr. 40 Head here, do you recall the night of when the defendant escaped?
Yes, it was a very jarring and extenuating race through the wilderness. I could never forget it.
Pardon for a second, but did you it as a race? Could you go into more detail onto that?
Well, the prison break was your standard under the fence, through the forest, with the dog to fair. But my dog got loose and was running through the woods, and I had to chase after my dog.
And go on, continue.
That's it. I really wasn't helping much with finding them. I had to get back my dog.
And how fast would you say the defendant was going when he broke out of prison?
I wouldn't know. I was on the patrol on the other side of the base, and I was chasing after him, but I had never laid eyes on him.
The prosecutor's office has
My dog was chasing after something, but I never found out because I was chasing after my dog. Maybe you should ask him.
Yes, of course. And there is no need for that. How fast would you say your dog is, since you should know him so well?
Oh, well, yes. You know these diving competitions where the dog like tries to jump in the water and chases after the thing? Yeah, he's really good at those. He could jump probably 12 feet.
As you can see, Your Honor, the this should be further evidence of the capabilities the defendant is able to reach in the unassisted by machines.
I see. And would the defense like to cross-examine the witness?
Your Honor, I've made it so that the court. Oh, okay.
Huh? Ah.
I was going to say now the court is chickens.
Could you please unchickenify the defense and the witness?
I ain't unchickenify your mom. Okay.
Macaque.
By the way, just so you know, Butler, you can exactly overrule the bailiff by hitting someone with your gavel. Anyways,
I see.
Unfortunately, I can't chickenify the judge.
George, can you say it to our eternal defense side?
I was dreaming of eggs.
Currently, it's not. Alright, thank you, Judge. Alright, officer. You said you're out in the woods with your dog, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And you said, did you see my witness here? In your care?
I never seen that person before, except on my rounds in prison.
But you've been a warden, that right? You've been through a few jails?
I have been working in a few jails throughout my career, yes.
Did you work on the jail on Ventari 3?
Maybe. I don't recall the name of the jail.
Well,
It's been a few years.
We have this key here that belongs to you. And it says Ventari 3 on it, so my guess is that you work there, is that right?
That's probably correct, yes.
Alright,
I've worked in many jails.
have you ever been to a jail where they have like bracelets or something that tell you the speed of the inmates?
Yes, maybe once before.
Once before in Ventari 3, perhaps?
Yes.
Right, yeah. Those speeds shown are always on the prisoners, right? Even after they leave the prison. Once they've been in that prison, they keep them for life, right?
They are usually stapled behind their necks, yes.
So, Judge, we don't contest the fact that my client here was, in fact, and has been out of prison a few times, but that's not what we're here in the courts for today, is breaking out of prison. I'd like to present to the court the electronic bracelet right now, actually, that shows the speed of the user. And my client, in fact, has this one on him today. That's where the evidence comes from. It's on the back of their neck at the moment. Is that right, witness?
That is the standard prison protocol, yes.
As you see right now, it says 0. And how do you find out the maximum on these bracelets? Do you know?
Usually the user has to run up to a certain speed and it will update.
So we can look at it and see it with an update, right?
Well, it's possible that maybe there was some tampering potentially. We've had cases of that before.
Tampering, huh?
I'm not sure in this case. I'm not trying to accuse anyone.
That's all right. You're the expert here. You're my witness. Yes. Why don't we look at this bracelet here? Tell me what to look at so I can see evidence of tampering. Where would I find?
Maybe around the housings on the back of the neck. And now we put them there so that people maybe could not reach easily. They would need help of a friend or an accomplice.
All right. Does anything look wrong on my client's bracelet here? Everything look good? Yeah.
Give me a second. Well, I don't say in this case that there is any tampering, but people are very skilled.
So, what button do I press to show the maximum speed my client's gone since applying this bracelet?
Well, you would just need the client to run, and their max speed would be displayed next to their current speed.
All right, so client, why don't you run? As you can see, the running speed is also 0. And what's that number say on this bracelet for its max speed?
Well, like I said, there could have been tampering, but it does say 0.
And what's the current speed limit?
Well, in this courtroom with handcuffs, I'd say 0.
So, are they going above the speed limit?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor?
I see.
I can't submit evidence, I think.
Does the prosecution wish to examine the witness any further before I return him to the depths of hell from which he was summoned.
Your Honor, I have something to submit relevant to what the defense has said.
Does it require the witness to be here? I'm getting sick of looking at him.
Well,
He might be able to testify to its regard.
Very well, I suppose we shall put up with his stench a while longer. Proceed.
So, Mr. Witness, you said you have a dog, right? And normally you have whistles for them. Is that correct?
well, we have a bonded connection. It's more of an
Someone say
avatar
dog.
situation.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection again. We've already gone on this prosecutor's line. There's no relevance here. Can we just get along with our trial instead?
Objection overruled. I want to know where the hell this is going.
Yes, we have more of an avatar connection.
I would like to submit this damaged whistle.
What do you want in defense?
I have never seen this whistle before in my life.
Your Honor, it pains me to paint the prison in a bad light, but sometimes equipment gets faulty. I would like to claim that as a result of this evidence, the defense's prior evidence of the bracelet is unreliable.
We've established that prison stuff is quite unreliable. We've known this.
And it seems the witness agrees with me. The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
We are low on funding. We need more funding in the prisons.
Have
Can
any
I
final rebuttals to this before
if I
I
pass
finally
this hat
banish
around-
this scumbag back to
If
the
I pass this hat around,
Judge,
you donate to the
honestly,
prison?
what the prosecution basically said is that he can't prove anything, and so nothing's come from this witness. Our witness showed that there's a bracelet, and that bracelet shows 0. Prosecution only said it's unreliable, but he hasn't proven nothing. So I would strike everything the prosecutor said up to this point.
What? You can't do that. There is other evidence.
I hope you go down to a rat in the trash bin.
Prosecution, may I finally get rid of this witness?
When do we break for lunch?
Yes, of course. You may
in
dismiss him.
10
Thank you
minutes.
for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, the witness has been
Oh,
executed.
you guys can't put. Sorry. Star Haircut is.
What?
Alright.
Just doing my job.
Whose turn is it now? I fell asleep.
Is the defense's turn, Your Honor?
Thank you.
I
I'm
call-
3 years old. This to let me do this job.
I'm gonna call my witness to the stand. The policeman, his name is Policeman Dumbass.
Can we just have him?
Oh, yeah, my bad. You know, the prosecution hasn't proven anything, so we can go back to the prosecution see what they can prove, because honestly, they're kind of fucking up this case right now. They might get fired. So, I feel bad for them.
Understood.
Have a good night.
Prosecution, what have you to say in your defense?
Let's give me a moment. What is this?
Mr. Judge, I don't mean to be rude here, but the prosecution might be twiddling their thumbs like a chip in a band basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was really hoping we get lunch soon. Give me a break for lunch.
Silence, witness. And you, defense. You will let the prosecution prosecute and prostitute as they see fit. Prosecution, you may proceed.
You have my eternal gratitude for defending. I present this losing lottery ticket. This lottery ticket actually pertains to the defendant because the defendant himself was the one in that race. And in races, it's usually shown how fast the racers are. And if you compare the distance to the time, you will see that he has clearly crossed the threshold of top speed by at least 1.5 times. This guy has clearly done it in public, in front of millions of watchers and betters.
I see.
Judge,
Defense, what have you to say to this?
this prosecutor seems a little bit confused. They might be a little wrong on the head. They might got jillies in their brains, alright? If we look right here, we got a concert ticket from my client here for a Primus concert, alright? And the prosecutor, for whatever reason, doesn't understand that Primus is a song called Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. That's a great song. And they're confusing everything from that one song, alright? You know, they got cotton candy, they got all that shit in that song, but the prosecutor is kind of losing it. I think they might be a little delirious. So I would just strike everything prosecutor said.
Irrelevant. The two events are.
I see. Your objection is sustained, but I will ask the bailiff to leave you as a chicken a while longer. Defense, continue.
Understood.
As I was saying, the prosecutor says that my client was in a race. Well, it's not a race. It's a race car driver from a song by Primus that he went to a concert for, that he wrote down, and it was televised. But my client here had the band on the back of their head, the electronic bracelet, like my witness said before, and it still says 0. So far, the prosecutor has no evidence, and they continue to produce non-evidence to the court. And I would say you strike that from the record. It's just simple as that. They got bats for brains.
I see. Returning the prosecution to... Oh god, what the fuck happened to his face?
Oh god! Sir, this is the part of the brain melting on the front of the face.
I see, okay.
Objection, Your Honor. This is a lottery ticket. You don't purchase lottery tickets for concerts. The defense is clearly stating falsehood.
I see. Do you have any witnesses to call to the stand with regards to this?
Oh, was that
Well?
pointing to me, Your Honor?
No, actually, I'm sick of listening
Hero,
to you.
you haven't presented your witness yet.
No, the hero called
well,
the
I can't-
defense's witness to start.
Your Honor, I'll call a witness to this fact. I'll call a witness. I'm gonna call my witness. We got news. Wait, I'm one second. I'm gonna read this first. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Oh my! Yes, as you can see, this news completely proves the case. But just to go even further, I'm gonna call my friend. Not my friends. Excuse me, Your Honor. Excuse me. I'm gonna call the noisy janitor, Balls Go Wild, to the stand.
I see.
Alright, Mr.
State your name, occupation, and favorite porn star for the court.
Yes, my name is Lois Lane, and my occupation is janitor. And I'm a big fan of Gavin Newsom.
Sorry, I can't allow that kind of talk to be posted on YouTube, so they're going to be a chicken.
Please refrain from interfering with the witness.
Oh
I'm
God!
saying
Some posts are made.
Gavin Newsom is my favorite online. I love watching clips of him. I'm the
I agree,
CNN.
he is beautiful. Proceed.
Your Honor, he's a member of the right wing. Can I cuff him?
Sir, this is a court of law. We're all members of the right wing. Proceed.
No, okay, never mind. Apologies. My bad, I forgot.
Yeah, honestly, I love Trump. You guys love Trump? He's a space lord. Hail be him.
As a news outlet who is being paid by Trump to be here, I do hail him.
Alright,
I'm feeling a sudden burst of authoritarianism take over my body.
That's
Take
fair.
over the right wing.
that's fair,
Now
honestly.
everyone's going to jail.
Everyone's going to jail.
Anyways, can I, while I'm confident, Your Honor, can I ask my witness a few questions?
Please do not interfere with the proceedings of the court, bailiff. We will have time for authoritarianism later.
Okay.
Alright, Mrs. Lane, Mr. Lane, excuse me. Mr. Lois Lane, can I ask you a few questions, you don't mind, alright?
Yes, honey, you can ask me whatever.
Alright.
questions you like.
When you look at that person over there on the left side of you, what's the first thing that crosses your mind?
Egyptian?
No further questions, Your Honor.
I agree. They are clearly a
I'm
minority.
sorry.
This will hurt their case.
Racist.
Yes, that's why we're here.
only answered the
Oh wait, whoops.
I've only answered the question being asked.
Mr. Minority Prosecutor, you may proceed.
Yes, of course. So my question to the witness. What question do I have to the witness? Okay. Mr.
Yes,
What's
why
your
am I
face?
here? Lois Lane?
Why are you here? Have you seen this defendant once in your life?
Yes, I'm their cleaning lady.
Oh, they're cleaning. You work for the defendant?
No, I clean for the defendant.
Okay, so do you have anything relevant to the case you would like to say?
I was brought here against my will by you.
Technically, they are your witness, prosecutor.
Objection, the defense brought them to the stand. This is blatant besmirching of myself, of my name.
What help can I be to your case?
Objection to the prosecution, real quick. As I look at my notes, I can see right here in discovery that the prosecution did put this person on their witness list, and the prosecution's a dumbass, as they've already stated. The witness has. They're sicker than a roller hockey rink in a nightclub.
Overruled, defense. The prosecution may be a dumbass, but we're not allowed to say that yet.
We have to prove it.
Thank you for recognizing the ad hominem, Your Honor.
I don't speak Mexican.
The prosecution has no. Okay.
I'm your witness. How can I help you with your case?
Yes. But Mr. Witness, do you recognize
Mrs. Witness
this party hat?
Hold on, I've got a new headline texted to my phone.
Oh yeah, headline.
Oh wow, I'm now a bigger fan of you than I was previously, prosecutor.
Excellent. Yes, as we
So
should.
the party hat, yes. How can I help?
Is anyone in this courtroom black?
And then you...
I am
maybe.
black.
I'm from
Bailiff.
Africa.
Judge,
my
can we
case.
get this court in order?
Judge, I got a few questions for the witness, if you don't mind.
No, the prosecution was doing something. I wasn't listening to their black.
Objection. Prosecution hasn't asked a question, and they haven't asked a question in 5 minutes. Can we go on?
Objection!
Oh,
I'm
this is
being
a-
interrupted here.
This is a court of law. We must respect everyone, no matter what their ethnicity, before we find them guilty. Proceed.
Speaking of which, Your Honor, may I please request the bailiff turn me into KFC, as since I am black. Fox News is...
Objection sustained.
Request granted.
Okay, witness, do you recognize this party hat?
Sure, I found it in the trash of the accused.
Yes, and as you see, Your Honor, the accused here, they have, give me a second to come up.
Your Honor, this hat was found in the trash. I have no
Yes, we
idea how this is
established that.
relevant to the case.
This hat has caused the global-wide outage that has happened on the 24th of July of 2020. It was all caused by this witness and defendant. And this party hat is the evidence of it, found in the trash can.
I see.
How fast he went running made some static shock with
Is there any
the
more
hat
questions
he was
for me?
wearing.
Is that your-
prosecution has
Is that it, prosecutor?
prosecution has no further questions of the witness.
Alright. Defense, do you have anything to say about this?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. In fact, I have a lot of things to say. So let's just start off by showing off my final power, alright? This isn't even my final form. We're gonna bring up my surprise move here, alright? Extreme power activate. Oh, you gotta die now, prosecutor, because we got one more thing to show you. It's the golden key to riches that I have. And if you find my client not guilty, Judge, I'll give it to you. That rests my case. Good night, everyone.
I do like bribery.
That is a pretty good looking golden key.
Does the prosecution have
Your
anything
Honor,
to say
the
before
press
I
has
banish the
requested that
witness?
I censor them for the rest of the case. My bad. I should have said that.
I see. Well, I felt like giving them a chance to undo their mistake. They have not done so. Prosecution, do you have anything to say before we execute the witness?
Yes, not that I would ever participate in bribery, but pharaohs are known to have bigger riches. Just saying, Your Honor. Wink, wink.
Your
I
Honor,
will take
Fox
that
News
into
told me to keep them as a chicken because they are black.
Understood, bailiff. Thank you for doing
I have an objection. The prosecutor is being reverse racist by assuming Egyptians have wealth. We should strike that from the record. In fact, strike everything the prosecutor said up to this point from the record.
Prosecutor, are you... Is Egypt a desert?
Is it... Say again?
Is Egypt a desert?
Most of it, yes. But parts of...
Defense, I am choosing to overrule your objection. The prosecution clearly has oil, and we will be taking that soon.
Judge, I have some oil with this golden key. It's actually on Ventari 2 next to that prison plan I mentioned at the start of the trial. I think it's clear in this case that my client here hasn't moved fast in the speed limit, and as we've shown the entire time, the prosecutor lives in a fake country called Egypt. We know it's not real because there's no Egypt in the universe. Look out the window, you don't see anything out there called Egypt now, do you? Thank you.
Denied. The witness shall be executed.
Goodbye, witness.
Prosecution, do you have any final statements?
For my celebration, up yours, my dick.
Understood. It's a very moving case. Defense, do you have anything to say for your client?
Oh, yeah, I do, Your Honor. I got a few things to say for my client. Let me look at my notes here real quick. So, if I look through my notes, right, I can see only naked man in here, right? Now, it's not really relevant to the case, but if you think about it, can naked men really run fast without being noticed? I mean, look at that, alright? Look at this. Well, I can't show you these pictures because I can't show you my notes because I'm turning client privilege. I just want you to be aware of that. And this court has been a bit of a ruckus, I recognize that. And I really want to say the N-word with this accent, but honestly, I probably shouldn't. That's all I wanted to say, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
I see.
Your Honor, I'm from Africa. Do I get the N pass?
Son, this is a court of law. We all say the N-word whether we can or not.
Yes.
Would the ladies and/or gentlemen of the jury like to provide their opinion upon the guilt or innocence of this client? Jury seems to believe that the client is gay and guilty, both of which are abominations in the eyes of God and the American justice system.
Judge, I have an objection to the juror, actually. That juror themselves is actually a homophobe. And not just any homophobe, but a left-wing homophobe. We should strike all the stuff from the record.
Nobody asked me, but I also think they're guilty.
Alright,
Objection. That was picked by you,
The juror? I didn't pick a juror.
juror.
The juror is chosen
There's
by the
only one
bailiff.
juror here, and you got first and only pick.
If you got a problem with the juror, you gotta pull up with the bailiff. The bailiff's the one that picks
Monkey
juror.
court is this?
Judge, I say you get rid of the prosecutor entirely, and you have the bailiff turn into a chicken for the rest of this case. You should strike everything said from the record.
Court dismissed. Bring in the dancing lobsters.
The court would like to find the opinion of a local journalist. Local journalist.
Ugh,
Once
what
you
is
have
this?
covered
According
you to say.
to Space Law 500,672, thou shalt not break the speed limit. It's
I
also
see.
part of 1 million commandments that we have in state. So the people will not be happy if this man
Bailiff,
runs free.
I don't want your opinion, so shut up.
Objection, Your Honor. The journalist
Your Honor,
didn't.
it has come to my attention that the journalist is from CNN. I have to do something.
I see.
Chicken.
Silent treatment. Well, there's only one thing to be done for this. Oh. What's this? Oh.
Hello, we can hear you, Judge. Now, Your Honor.
Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you, absolutely.
I can hear you.
What?
I can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear
My
you.
dog would like to go to lunch.
We can hear you, Judge. We can hear you
Ah,
from the
there
end
we
of
go.
space time.
Microphone muted.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god. This is a fucked up court.
well, I'm not sure if I can actually hit any of these buttons, so
Oh, everyone. Oh, everyone
I
leave.
might have crashed out. I think I might have crashed out.
Kicked me out.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it kicked me out.
Do you want to do one more then, or how many do they want to play, or we're done? I'm okay. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind
I
of
just-
open.
I'd like to switch to Jackbox for willing.
Actually.
Okay, Jackbox is fine here. I could speak like
You wanna
this
take the
forever.
Jackbox back?
Yeah.